welcome all back to a film club. It nearly turned into sports club because that's what we were doing backstage.
It wasn't
It
weather.
It wasn't weather
old
club this
people's
time.
This time it wasn't old people's time.
Yeah, we just figured we'd spare all you guys our ramblings.
And it actually wasn't Super Bowl, really.
That's it. Yes, there we go.
Took a turn.
Yeah. I'm guessing Jay will want to talk about that later because proper excited. But how are you two? Has the snow gone?
No, freezing.
I just got more this morning.
Oh,
I just got more.
Too.
Another couple
lovely.
inches
Summer's
more here.
out
So
yeah, we got a little dusting, but it in the last 14 days, only 2 days have been above freezing here, which is just weird for us. And I went out for a very short, literally 15-minute stream this morning. And again, with 2 pairs of gloves on, I couldn't do it. My hands froze. The wind chill was 10. And I could, and it was windy, and a branch hit my head. Watch my stream and find it. You won't see the branch, but you'll hear me go, ow! The branch hit my head. But yeah, it's flipping cold and it's windy. In the off chance that I disappear very fast, it's because we've lost power because the wind is really kicking here. Jay, is it windy where you are or just freaking cold?
No, luckily no wind, just cold and another, I'd say maybe 2 to 3 inches we've got since this morning of snow. So yeah, just more of that.
Yeah. But hey, chat, I see everybody in there. I see AWOL, Davyverse, Daryl, and I think way back A-Was, and also Johnny Bravo. Welcome all. So yeah, we're gonna have a little bit of a chat about one. Jay, you've been hot on the takes of the movies at the moment. So this is one of yours.
Mm-hmm.
And I think when we all watched it, the trailer, we all had a little bit of a smile on our face. So that was good.
Yeah, it's got that kind of vibe.
And the soundtrack. I mean, the trailer was like, oh my gosh, I'm transported back to the 1980s.
And our first 1982 on the hit. But Jay, why Beverly Hills Cop?
So this was one where I think, again, much like Terminator, I had just kind of watched it again, like another rewatch. It probably would have made its way on there anyways. But at the time when we came up with a list of movies for Film Club, this is one I had just rewatched because I wanted to watch the new one that was coming out, the Axel F one or whatever it was. So I was like, oh, let me watch Beverly Hills Cop again. I haven't seen it in ages. And it just kind of hit the right timing to remember to put it on the list because it's just such a fun movie. It's not to give too much away on what I think about it. It's just one I've always enjoyed. I'm a big Eddie Murphy fan. I kind of grew up, in some of his prime in terms of filmmaking. From some of his more, adult stuff to even just him as Donkey in Shrek and the little dragon in Mulan, things like that. He's just kind of always been a presence in film in my lifetime, and I've always enjoyed him. So this is one that just kind of fits, the side of his movies that I really enjoy.
Yeah. It is a fun movie, I must say, to watch. Like, it's one of those, like, I watched it probably 3 months ago. So watching it again, do you have them movies you need a break? I still enjoyed it. Like must say this is it's like 105 minutes.
It's another fast film.
It's short. Yeah, I can't remember exactly, but it's short.
Movie.
It's fast. Yeah. It's fun. It's it paces well. It just you just get through it like a nice little film treat very quickly.
Yeah. It's just, it's like good. And then, we get like again, I was trying to work out, the music is very much a point to this film, like iconic kind of in a way for the movie, but then it makes the movie, very hard to put because I was trying to place myself watching it and then trying not to listen to the music and would it make a difference? And I think it does. I think the movie and the music placements, especially
it's a big part of it.
So it makes it sound a bit more fun than it is because
character to
I
a
agree.
degree. It adds something to it, or if it's not a character, it at least adds character to it. And I think that's something that's honestly kind of common with movies in the 80s. No matter what kind of music it is, you look at Terminator, for example. We talked a little bit about how some of the music in that really adds like an element of suspense and eeriness to it when we watched that last week. So I feel like music was really well done when it comes to movies in the 80s. Also with Highlander, when we talked about Queen's music in that movie, like there's a lot of cases of it where there's just something about the marriage of film and music back then that was really well done.
I think in this film, if you had, you could put kind of dark, serious music in this film, and it would be, a completely different film because my goodness, you've got people getting shot and you've got blood and this could be really serious. But for Eddie Murphy's humor, you need light music. You
Yeah.
need a little bit of, that kind of happy, zippy, peppy, as Daryl said, Pointer Sisters and Harold Faltermeyer and, you need, The Heat Is On. Who is that? Glenn Frey, right? Or is it Glenn Frey or Don Henley? I always get those 2 mixed
The
up.
heat is on.
Yeah.
I can't remember,
I
actually.
can't remember.
But you
Look
get
up.
it, you get all those
Yeah.
and it's like, "Oh, okay." And, "Oh, shoot 'em up? Sure." Another, another one shot. Okay, fine. Another car crash. Okay, let's keep going. It's all kinda happy and peppy. And I like that.
So Detroit. Who's been to Detroit? Anybody been to Detroit?
I have not actually, no.
I've not been. I think I've avoided Detroit. Right? No offense to Detroit. I'm from Baltimore, okay? I've seen it all. But yeah, I think Detroit, as depicted in this film, is not very different today. In fact,
I worked with somebody and they literally worked in the kind of booth next to me. I suppose you want to say that. And I did ask her once, "What's Detroit like?" And she didn't paint a pretty picture. Like, she was like, "I will never go back there. I lived there for 40 years. I'm never going to go back." And I was like, "Okay." She was like, "You don't understand when you actually leave. It's how bad it is." And I was like, "Oh,
you've
is that
gotten out. Yeah.
Yeah." I was like, "Okay." So yeah, it's quite interesting. But I do like how they set up the again with the music of Detroit and actually just showing a bit of that kind of a bit of a downtrodden.
That's a real downtown. And I like how they set up the relationship between him and Mikey and the girl. And you don't have to have the line later. I think her line much later is, "We grew up together." You know that from the beginning. And I know that, like, I know people that I've gone 10 or 15 years without seeing them, and then when I see them, we pick right back up where we left off, literally on the corner in Baltimore, right? Because when you grow up having those same experiences, it's like a bond for life. And you could tell that. You could tell that in this story that the 3 of them, even though it's not said until later, they grew up together. And, growing up in a city, it's different. And that created that bond for them.
That's it. But yeah, we get that, and then we get our little truck, and then we get. I'm going to go past the Lucky Stripes. I'm not sure we're allowed to advertise that, but we get Eddie Murphy character. He's pretending to be he's an undercover cop who's not doing the.
He's
the
doing
correct
his own
thing by
thing.
but doing his own, like, no backup. Just I'm gonna take. But he's taken. We find out this is an impounded vehicle anyway, and he's using it to entrap some more lowlifes, I'm guessing. Who are of course in the 80s, who are going to be the lowlifes? Italians.
Pretty much, yes.
Yeah,
it is. It's kind of apparent in a lot of films in the 80s that's unfortunately that's the stereotype there.
That's it. And I hate to say, like, Eddie Murphy is playing like over the top 80s black man at the moment, isn't he? And in this kind of this scene, he's like going over like the bad. What I'm guessing they would typecast, in the 80s.
Absolutely. And all that's missing is the criminal mastermind being Russian, right? I think that's when you look at it would be the grunts are the Italians, the mastermind has a Russian accent, and it's very.
Is it Beverly Hills Cop 3 where they do the South Africans? Is it? I think it was it too.
Oh gosh,
I
don't
can't remember.
know.
They
I didn't see Beverly Hills Cop 3.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest. I don't think I've seen 3 either. I think I stopped after 2, and then I watched 4, the more recent Netflix one. I don't think I've seen 3.
Which one is the one in
2 had Bridget Nielsen, right? Was it Bridget Nielsen that was in 2? Who was in 2 with him? I don't watch 2 as much, honestly. 1's the one I like the most.
Which one's the funfair? Which one's the funfair one? Is that 2?
I really can't remember. It's been so long since I've watched 2.
Completely. Because it's a very long time since I've seen Beverly Hills Cop
There
2.
you go. You have to do all of them now.
Yeah,
Or
I
four.
didn't really care for 2 much, to be honest with you either. That's why I never
can't
went
remember
on
which
to
one it is.
3.
Abe's correct. A Russian played by a Brit, or just the baddie British accent. I think that kind of ended in the 70s. I think all baddies being British kind of had the heyday in the 70s.
Yeah, but then you went into like Die Hard, where they're British playing like a German.
A German, so you got to go to the Cold War situation then with the Russians. So it always follows like 10 years after whatever world conflict we're in. Fighting the Brits in the 1700s, then the Germans in the 1940s, then the Russians in the Cold War. That's what it is. That's how Hollywood rolls.
Yeah. But I must say, is this Eddie Murphy standout? This is his first standout role, isn't it? Before that, he was just stand-up, like kind of. I don't remember him.
Well, he was Saturday Night Live. So last week when we talked about, unfortunately, Catherine O'Hara's passing and her being part of the SCTV troupe, Eddie Murphy, if you were to go back and say, okay, because frankly, today, right, no one funny comes out of Saturday Night Live. It hasn't in years, but you had Eddie Murphy, Bill Murray, Dan Aykroyd. Oh my God, the John Belushi. Oh my gosh, just amazing comedians, and then the comedians like Gilda Radner and some female comedians as well. His first was Trading Places. Trading Places was 1983. Beverly Hills Cop 1984, and then he just went on a run.
Yeah.
The Golden Child, Coming to America, just on and on and on and on. And he even into like the stupid Dr. Dolittle and the Nutty Professor, and then Shrek, and then on and on and on. Haven't seen him in anything recently. What has he done recently? Well, the Axel F he did recently.
Got Scary Spice pregnant.
Oh, did he? Is he a baby daddy?
Yeah, he was one of run away, run away. Yeah, it was a lot of unpaid alimony, or whatever we call it.
He's done a bit of like streaming service stuff. Like now that I'm seeing these, I remember them being promoted, but I never watched them. Like Candy Cane Lane was a Christmas one he did for Prime.
Ooh, never
You People was one I believe he did for Netflix. He did Coming to America 2. I want to say that was a streaming service, but I can't remember. Dolomite Is My Name was one I think he did for Netflix as well. So he's done some of that stuff.
I liked Coming to America. I James Earl Jones. Yeah, God bless. I liked Coming to America.
Yeah, that's about it. Because then he kind of came back like maybe a little over a decade or so ago with like a heist movie, if I recall. I'm trying to find it in here now because I remember some of these in like the mid 2000s, like Norbit and Meet Dave. Imagine that. Some of like the ones that was kind of like his Jim Carrey run of these kind of odd, kind of slightly
physical
more family
things. Yeah,
like ones.
He
had done some family friendly before, like Daddy Daycare is a movie I still love to this day. That was when I was a kid, so it came out then. Like I said, Shrek and Donkey and all that. Like he had done some family stuff, but then he kind of went on this weird run of a few PG movies that were a bit not great in quality. Oh, Tower Heist. Now I see it. So that was 2011. Yeah, I remember Tower Heist being one, and then again kind of went quiet for a while until some of those streaming service ones.
Yeah, there's a lot of Shrek, isn't there? A lot of Shrek work, like voice.
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing. Like Shrek's Thrilling Tales and Shrek's Yule, like a couple random things. Donkey's Christmas Carol. Interesting.
Maybe just like
he actually also has a documentary on Netflix right now that I've been meaning to watch.
Oh, is it? Well, just about him?
Yeah, I think it's just called like Being Eddie or something like that. I scrolled by it, actually looking for this movie to see if it was on Netflix. It looks interesting. I'd like to check that out.
Have to check it out. But yeah, our Italians, they try and shortchange Axel, but we don't know it's Axel yet. For what it's $5,000, and then it was now $2,000. Don't know what that would be inflation for a whole truck of cigarettes. It's like, wow, $5,000. But whilst they're arguing, of course, random, I'm guessing blue Detroit cops turn up, and then they're like do we know you? And then it's no, and then it's let's get on the run. And this is our first little bit of a car chase. Now
We have a
Sandy,
car
did you do
count.
did
We
you
do have a car
count?
count for this film, and believe it or not, Terminator was 18, and Beverly Hills Cop beats it by 2. 20 cars destroyed in the filming.
20.
Only 20. Only 20
I know. I
destroyed.
thought this bit because this is the
Yeah.
game. We've got this is a silly car chase. He's swinging out the back when he's. Why would you? You got the cops chasing him, and then the truck driver is like, "I'm going to hit any stationary vehicle." it's just a bit silly. It's just setting up the whole premise of he's a little bit goofy, but he knows what he's doing right, but everything else around him is going to be a little bit silly. So we're just a bit of an adventure. So we get past that. Like it's a little silly bit, but it's good. It's good.
Mm-hmm. It's all meant to kind of take a street cop type story and elevate it into an action story to just add that, for the movie.
Look at that. Is that an 80s police car? That is great. Look at it. It's terrible, aren't they?
I mean, if it is Detroit, oh my God, I feel bad. But that is such it's not even the right car. It's supposed to be a Crown Victoria back in that.
Usually there's like alternating colors of a base color and white. Like for the doors, like it's never usually just a solid blue. It's usually
like a sticker.
Right. Well, that too. It looks like a sticker on the
Come
side. So interesting choice.
Well, I'm guessing it was all shot in LA, was it? Sandy?
No, this part was filmed in Detroit.
Oh, was it?
And the rest was filmed in LA, but they used they used different names for the hotel. So the hotel that was supposed to be the Beverly Palm was not the Beverly Palm. It was a different one. But yeah, the rest is all filmed in and around Los Angeles.
Yeah. So did they do it just for this? I'm guessing some highway just to get the shot of Detroit.
But also for these city scenes are very different. Now, sorry, you've switched my switch here. The architecture of the buildings, if you can, just squint in, what you're going to see here is early 1900s, late 1800s architecture in the Second Empire style on those cities in the East Coast, all the way out to Chicago and Detroit. And then when you get to the West Coast, it's all modern architecture for 2 reasons. Number one, obviously we got to the West Coast later, but the great, in San Francisco, the great earthquake not only destroyed all of those buildings, but it also changed the building regulations out there. So you don't get skyscrapers out there. This is Sandy's architecture report for today, signing off. But that's why they filmed it here, because they're getting they're getting that background there with the skyscrapers.
Yeah. So we get a little bit of things. I don't know. Radio station, local radio station, WDRQ 93 FM. But yeah, it's a bit silly, and then of course he gets pulled over and put your hands up. Oh, Axel. I know. And this is
you again.
Yeah, you. Oh God. And then what is this guy? Is see him in everything, and he's got a really small part.
Paul Reiser.
Yeah. So I got my wife with this earlier. I asked her if she recognized him. Most recently, or I think maybe at least most notably, he has been Dr. Owens in Stranger Things. The guy who takes over for Dr. Brenner in the second season. The kind of like nicer, scientist.
Mm.
He was in that sitcom with what's her name? Helen Hunt. And I don't remember what it was called. It was some romantic sitcom like in the 90s and early 2000s.
Oh, yes.
That's the only thing I know him from.
What was the name of that?
Oh, gosh. I'm going to have to look it up now.
Yeah, that just rang a bell. That hasn't rung in a while.
Paul,
I do remember that.
Paul.
I can picture him wearing like a very 90s
Mad About You
sweater. Mad About You. Yep.
Mad About You.
I can picture him with a very 80s, 90s
Wasn't he
sweater.
in another movie though that we did? Hang on. He was in Whiplash. He's the dad in Whiplash.
That's right. He is the dad in Whiplash.
He's the dad in Whiplash.
He always plays such a nice guy.
Hey, John, I agree. I'm doing the neutron dance. Yep, me too. Welcome, John.
What's the neutron dance?
I'm just going
the Pointer
Sisters.
Going on during that whole chase.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, it's called the neutron dance.
And it's hard to find. Yeah,
it is a great song. I added a few to my library today watching this one. Some that I should have been on there a while ago that I forgot about. That was one of them.
Nice.
No, you got proper 80s cheese, did you? Yes.
You gotta.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with it. You really can't. My music library needed an update of some of these.
I can just imagine you dancing around the house with the.
Oh yeah, I like to boogie. I like to boogie. I'm a dancer. I'm good at it. I've always had rhythm.
There you go, people. Fact of the day.
Now we know.
I'm not
Jay
like
likes the
classically
boogie.
trained or anything, but get me at a wedding. I can cut the rug. I'm good.
Oh, good. But yeah, it's he has got a very small part. He's just like, don't go and see the boss.
He actually
love that.
reprises it in the Netflix fourth installment as well.
Oh,
He comes
does
back
he?
in that. Yep, he comes back in that.
Well,
Yeah.
do you know who else is in the Netflix? Who else
Um,
appeared in this film? Who also appeared in a prior film? Bronson Pinchot, who is Surge.
Oh
at
yes,
the
yes, he
art
does.
gallery.
Yes,
Yes,
he
that's
does.
right.
Yeah,
I
he's
forgot
in
his
all of them,
actual
yeah.
name. Yep,
Yeah.
he does come back in the fourth one as well.
Yeah,
Get
and
out of town.
he was in True Romance. So
Oh, that's
Brit-
right.
Was he?
That's right. Yes.
He was in
Mhm.
True Romance.
Oh yes, he is.
'Cause
Yes,
I
Yes,
remember
he
pointing
is.
out that he was in
he's
this. Yep.
he's been a
It's all
done
coming
well.
together now. Yeah, he's the
Yeah, he's the assistant, isn't he?
very-
Like,
yeah the assistant. Yeah, who goes?
Mhm.
Can I go home now?
the very
Yeah.
yes with the drugs and the yep. hmm
Yeah.
Yep.
There we go. I forgot about him. But yeah, it's a bit silly. Yeah, he's getting told off. And again, why is it in 1980s and I'm probably mid 90s, every police chief looked like this? Literally,
we just saw
bitten-
Terminator had the trope
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah, like that
And they
kind
don't
of
listen.
Probably just something of the
don't
time.
Same
listen.
attitude. They don't
they're
listen
all-
to anyone. They always assume you're wrong. It's the same. It is definitely a trope.
Yeah, an 80s trope
100%.
that just
Yep.
got done over and over again.
Mm. Yeah, I think the only difference one that we have was Demolition Man when the chief was an idiot.
Yeah.
That's it. But yeah, it's what are you doing? He just, again, it's just showing he's a bit of a renegade cop, I suppose, like that. I know I'm good, but I'm not gonna take assignments. I'm gonna do my own kind of thing. But I don't think would work well even in the 80s, really.
No.
No. But yeah, we get.
But he
get
is a
told off.
detective, so he must have done quite well as an officer because in order to be you don't just become a detective. You have to perform really well as an officer, take a test in
Mm.
order to become a detective. You have to be smart, obviously, to be a detective. So he must have done a few things right before he went rogue.
Yeah. With his beaten up, what's the vehicle? I think what is it?
It's a Nova. It's a good old Nova.
Did you have one?
No, my dad had my dad had Chryslers, but I just remember seeing these around and it just, yeah, that's like an 80s car, a Chevy Nova, Chevy Impala, Pinto, Ford Pintos, all those little cars I remember.
Yeah. Ain't no UK Nova. I don't even think we even have a UK Nova like that. Well, not anything like that. American cars look nicer.
But this
They're
car,
just
okay,
amazing.
this film is the 80s. This is like an early 70s version
70s.
of that car. This is a real beat up, that's an old car for the 80s.
Yeah. But yeah, he gets upstairs. His door is open, of course, draws his weapon as he would. And there's his friend. Oh, what was his friend called?
Mikey.
Mikey, that's it.
Mhm.
Mikey, yeah. Yeah, and instantly, as Sandy said, they just go back into like they'd been with each other every day for the last 10 years. Yeah, so he's happy to see each other. He's been in prison and he's been working out in Beverly Hills for some reason. And yeah, he's telling him about some German barabons. That's it. So he's managed to get his hands on them. And yeah, Foley's like, did you steal them? Don't worry about that. So yeah, but best thing to do.
Coincidentally,
Yeah.
the same but fake items that Hans Gruber was allegedly dealing in Die Hard. If you remember what he was
Ooh.
allegedly dealing in was German barabon. I can't do the accent. All hail Alan Rickman. It was German barabons.
It's going to get a very inappropriate stream then.
I can't do
German. If you do a German accent wrong, it can come out very
well.
badly.
But an amazing British
No.
actor with a very distinctive voice doing a German accent is not coming out of a Baltimore girl's mouth. That is not going to happen.
But yeah, so Axel and Mikey go for drinks. Yeah, a little bit of fun time. And just getting having some drinks, doing some just getting to go know each other. It's just this is where he kind of tells him more about LA. Not much about it, but yeah, it's just what he's doing. He's like tells him about the girl Jenny. Is it Jenny? That's been out there. Did you see?
Oh
it?
heck,
She's
what's her
working.
name?
Yeah, why am I forgetting her
remember
name all of a
names of
sudden?
people.
Jenny.
Let me pull my IMDb so I just have the names right because I can't remember.
Jenny.
hers
It is
for some
Jenny.
reason.
Yeah, Jenny.
Jenny. It doesn't even sound right. Why doesn't she
Jenny.
sound? She doesn't look like
Jen, maybe
Jenny,
call
for
it Jen.
sure.
Don't like that, but yeah, he's tells about there because they're also in the friendship group, and she's a works an art store. Like she's selling art. So that's it. But having a bit of fun time until they get back, a bit drunk. Axel gets smacked over the head, and we get these two ruffians who kind of shake him down of like, where are they? Where are the bearer bonds? And he's like, well, kind of, I didn't think anybody was going to miss them. Like that.
You had a whole stack. I didn't think you were going to miss a few.
Yeah, one or two.
basically.
Yeah, it's like, I've got $1 million worth of bearer bonds. Yeah, what's he been in? He's always the baddie. The two baddies in this.
The thing I remember him the most from was Breaking Bad. He plays the older gentleman. I think his name's maybe Michael in that, if I'm correct.
In Breaking Bad.
Yeah, he's like the guy who I only made it through like 3 seasons of Breaking Bad, so I'm not sure exactly where his character ends up. But at some point, I remember he's kind of like guiding Walt a little bit in what's going on. Like he's got that very famous line about no half measures and all that.
Yes.
The older guy.
God, that's him. Yes.
I actually got to go back and finally fully watch that show. But yeah, that's him. Oh, also, fun fact: he is the voice, if I recall, he's the voice of Commissioner Gordon in the Arkham games.
So is he?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I believe.
Oh,
I could be wrong, but I do believe I'm correct on that.
Yeah. Oh,
but he always plays the bad guy. Always the bad guy, and then like his boss as well. This one on the right, I don't know, but
I don't know this one. But the boss Burkhoff, who plays the Victor guy.
Yeah.
Wow, is he in everything? And kind of a mix between television and film roles, but like he was in the TV series The Saint. By the way, dude is he still alive? It's really older. Yeah, born in 1937. He's still alive. So what does that make him? 89 at this point?
And of course he's English.
He's English. He was in The Third Man. He was in A Clockwork Orange. He had a role in A Clockwork Orange. He had a role in some James Bond films, then Beverly Hills Cop, then Rambo Part 2, First Blood Part 2. Just dude works quite a bit, and always
the bad guy. He got that bad guy face, hasn't he?
Yeah, he was.
He does, unfortunately for him, have a bit of a villainous look to him.
Yeah.
He's still working. He had one come out last year, Desperate Journey, and yeah, he was in Vikings, the television series. He was King Olaf in Vikings, 12 episodes.
So many of that. I can't remember who he was.
This guy works. But yeah, I guess that makes him okay if I'm doing that right. If he is, and he's a voice as well. And then he was also in Doctor Who. But if let's say 1937, this is 2026. So that makes him 89. I'm terrible going backwards, but he's up there. He's really up there, and he's been working since he was a kid. So, yeah, he's definitely a familiar face in a lot of television and film.
That's it. Yeah, He is the bad man. But yeah, so we get Mickey and well, we know what happens very, very quickly. Well, they don't mess around, do they? They don't beat him up. They literally, literally throw him down, and next minute, boom, bam, back of the head, and then of course the cops turn up at Axel's house.
Did we talk about
flat.
Mikey though? So Mikey is in Tulsa King. I don't watch it.
I have not, but I've always meant to. People have heard,
I've
heard
it.
good
I
things
can't
from
recognize
people.
him.
He plays Quiet Ray. I don't know who.
I don't know. Maybe
I don't
that's
know
why.
who Quiet Ray is.
That's why I probably don't remember him. He's Quiet Ray. Maybe he's the store owner. Maybe
He was in. He's been in a lot of TV as well. But again, like
he has a TV face, though. He has.
Yeah,
a TV
these guys
face.
just work. You know, one episode here, one episode there. He was in the original Equalizer, not the one we shall not speak of with Queen Latifah. He was in Django Unchained. He was
I've always heard the Denzel Equalizer movies were good, but I've never watched those.
First one's really good. Actually, it's very enjoyable.
Yeah,
it's not.
It's actually filmed, I think, in Boston. It was, if I recall.
Oh, I bet it was. Yeah,
it was. I remember. I remember seeing filming set up and all that.
Yeah. And then he was in a lot of the police procedurals, you know.
89, Sandy, so you were right. You counting back.
Is it 89? Wow. God on him. He's still working. He's still out there. I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah. But yeah. So you've got to be a bit of a like this bit. You've got to be a bit of a dumb like chief is like instantly he says don't mess around, don't get involved, you know, this is gonna because you're you were friends. Can I take my leave now? So you're not gonna like straight away like that. Like I've got some holiday. Like I want to take some compassionate for a couple of days. That's fine. But he's like, I'm gonna take my vacation time right now. And he even was him. Do not get involved. And he's like, but you know this guy. You know because we've just seen he's a bit of a renegade. Like the police chief isn't the cleverest at this point. But he reprises his roles in the later movies, at least one. Spoilers, won't say what happens, but yeah. And then we get, of course, to Beverly Hills. Who's been to Beverly Hills?
I have.
I have not. I've been to LA, but not Beverly Hills.
Yep, I've been Beverly Hills, Rodeo Drive, all that.
Yes.
Nice.
Clothes.
It's what you see on movies or TV. It's it's whatever.
Yeah. Is it different
very
now?
Very expensive? Very. I haven't been probably in 10 years or so, maybe a little more. My wife actually was recently at the Beverly Hills Hotel not that long ago.
There you go.
Maybe a year or two ago.
Do you know a fun fact about the palm trees around that area?
One that you know, or just one in general?
A fun fact. A fun fact. No, you might
No?
know. You might know. That's recently been declared.
No.
Oh no! Are they invasive species?
No. Yes, they are. They are indeed kind of thing. So they don't. They were put there by, of course, when Hollywood's become up to make it look more attractive.
Yep.
And of course, the soil isn't supporting them, so they apparently kept on shipping them in. And now the governor of California said, no, we're going to stop. And everybody's like, but that's going to really change the look.
Oh, that will drastically change it.
It will, but
palm
it's a
trees and
good
weather
thing.
is like an iconic thing.
Good, but yeah, iconic, yeah.
We have too many non-native species everywhere, but in Maryland, there are signs in the state parks that say, if you see these plants, rip them out and burn them. And if you see these fish, kill them. Like if you catch the snakehead or whatever, if you catch this fish, you must kill it. If you release it, it's against the law. So,
we had that of was it the Chinese yellow hornet?
Yeah, they're all coming from Asia. They're imports.
Kill it. Like that. Yeah. But yeah, I don't think if I've driven through Beverly Hills, but I don't think I ever it's a thing. So, but again, it's just showing all the
I'm
bits
surprised
of him being...
that there's actually not more product placement in this film. for all the product placement there is, I'm surprised there's not more. Like it's not
Maybe they were looking at the
overwhelming.
star.
Yeah, it's
Eddie
not
Murphy.
overwhelming.
It's not, yeah. But would you? Maybe they were like, we're too big. We don't care. Like, yeah, if you're gonna go, you're gonna have to shoot LA. Like, you know, it's well, maybe. But yeah, we get this. Where's this, Andy? Then
So this is
the Palm. Did you say
it's not the Beverly Palm. Oh heck, let me find it again because it said it was not at the hotel.
Because I just call it the Beverly Hills Hotel, don't I?
They call it the Beverly Palm, but this is the Biltmore Hotel. So this is the LA Biltmore Hotel. They call it the Beverly Palm. There is a hotel called the Beverly Palm, but it's not this one.
Yeah. And then, is it an expensive hotel? Not expensive for Beverly Hills. Like that. So, yeah. And I like how he's like, get my bag, and he's like, kind of tweezing it out. Ooh, don't really want to touch it.
It's just a laundry bag, you know, like a pillowcase essentially, with whatever stuffed in there. Yeah, and he swindles his way.
Do you remember how's he getting? What fake job is it? 80% got it. So was it Rolling Stone reporter, penthouse photographer,
reporter with Rolling Stone, and I'm going to interview Michael Jackson.
Yes, there we go. And that's it. And yeah, so he plays well. Like there's no. let's say he plays the race card very fun, in a funny way. So yeah,
discount. Yep.
Yeah. And yeah, it's like what were $250 a night back in 1984? Now then, like 1,000.
I still have my inflation calculator up from when I did the numbers here. What was it? Was it 238?
250, 230, something like that. Yeah, 250, 230.
250, 1984. Oof, ugh, $800.
$800 a night.
Well, that's about right for like a very small room in a hotel like that. Yeah.
Not for no thank you. That's it. I'm staying at a cheesy, greasy motel, thank you.
Yeah. Even with free breakfast, that's way too much.
But I like it because he knows, well, I'm playing he plays it clever, even though it's expensive and he wants somewhere to stay. I played a race card, kind of have a go that I'm a repulsor and make a fuss that I know there are rooms available. There's like, and he would know, like as a cop, there's always rooms available.
There's always rooms available.
There's always, just in case somebody very important turns up. So they discount the suite for him. I love this because we never see the suite, do we?
We do, yes.
We do see one scene when he's on the phone ordering the room service.
When they're at least in the
bedroom, but I don't remember the full suite.
No, we don't see the full. Yeah, we don't see the full thing. Like, you can use our lobby and that for a day. That's it. But please don't disturb us. But yeah, so it gets back, and of course, then we get the music whilst he's going around.
Oh my God, those jackets.
Michael Jackson jackets.
I vaguely remember at least seeing one person, like an older kid at my school, wearing one like that. That was like the Michael Jackson Thriller jacket. And then there were those members only jackets that everyone wore, so it wasn't members only. They were red as well, but they didn't have all of that on the back, but they were red, and everybody had a red members only jacket.
I think the shoulder pads should come back though. I really do.
No,
I just like grandmas.
Dynasty, like Joan Collins, Joan Collins and the other one,
God.
Linda Evans with their and there was when French and Saunders did their take on Dynasty. And every time they cut from shot to shot, the shoulder pads were getting bigger and bigger. Like their shoulders were getting huger and huger as they shot.
Who ever thought that was a good idea? Literally, I'm going to chisel my shoulder bits. That's it.
I don't know. It's I have no idea. It's probably to balance out the hair. It was big hair in the 80s. Even for old ladies, they had big hair.
This by distracting.
Exactly.
What is going on?
I don't know what was going on there.
There we go. Oh, I do want a leather onesie. That's it now. Oh, yeah, that they're bad. But yeah, he takes the Mickey whilst he's now going into the Jenny's arts where she runs the art store, where we get a lot of modern art, and then of course we meet the lovable Serge, and this is where like if you now a role just that, like he's got what less than a minute screen time, like no hardly any words, but because he nails his part, he's like lovable. He's lovable, and he was all, like in the new ones, and yeah, like sorry, the later movies, and then Jay, you said he's in the new one.
Mm-hmm. Yep, and it's and when you see him, you kind of smile like, oh, he's back, great.
No, yeah. But this part is great. It's silly. It's memorable. Just be like, get out of town. I'm not gonna get out of town. Like this over camp, like European. It's highly amusing. It's just like again, it's the cleverest of the writers, but also how Eddie Murphy delivers sometimes, because he's the funny man, but sometimes he's got to be the straight man. And then like this bit is they just play off each other.
To let them play off each other. Yep, exactly.
And it's just like, and I wonder how much of this was improv as well. Just
like, I was just going to say, I bet this was all those two just doing their thing.
Just go no. Yeah, that's it. And I bet they could like have a little play around with them in an art studio kind of thing like that. But yeah, it's great. I just think it's funny. Even like what is it like he gets his name wrong. Axel. Axel. He's just like that. He's like,
Axwell.
Like
he says Axwell.
Axwell. Yeah. But
the only thing that just he's always playing a character where he's got an over the top accent, and I just think like if he would just dial it back a bit when he was in that sitcom, what was it, Perfect Strangers, and some other things, just a little too much with the goofball accent. Just bring it back a little bit. Bring it back a little bit.
Where he's born. It doesn't say where he's born. No, not on IMDb at least.
I'm guessing I was always guessing he was Canadian or American. Like, so it says when Bronson Pinchot began auditioning for Broadway roles, he refused to do accents. Later, his ability to do accents is what gave him his first break as Balky Bartakamus in Perfect Strangers. Yeah. Oh no, New York City.
Is it New York guy?
Yeah, he's not. You know, you would think he might have some kind of foreign upbringing.
Does it. Yeah, because he always does it. Yeah,
New York.
But camp, it's funny because it's like over camp, isn't it? It's just funny, but it's like their sweet interactions between each other. It makes it funny. But yeah, we get and then of course Jenny with 80s hair. We should have said, that's what we should have done. Seen the volumes of the women's hair between Terminator and this.
We should have a volume meter for the hair. Yeah.
We should have an ozone meter, just how much these movies destroy the ozone with these ridiculous hairsprays and hairstyles.
Aquanet. There was only one hairspray back then. Aquanet.
What's Aquanet? I don't know.
Hairspray.
Is it?
Hairspray. And it came in like 20 different colors of cans. Not because there were 20 different kinds of Aquanet, but you could choose the color to match your room. And you could have blue or pink or green or yellow Aquanet. Yeah. And it was like, it was crunchy. After you sprayed your hair, it was crunchy.
And it said just on it, stay away from flames.
Don't walk by a candle.
Seriously.
Oh my God. I've actually seen that with some girl with big hair. Literally when you could smoke in things, and they had like a candle, and then she went in to light a cigarette, and her hair went up, like her fringe just went.
Well, didn't Michael Jackson have that thing back in the day when the was it the pyro of like some commercial? There was something
Pepsi
he was
commercial.
Doing. Yeah, it was a Pepsi commercial, right?
Pepsi commercial, and
in the pyros caught his hair on fire.
Mm-hmm.
God, with all the product in there, he suffered like pretty bad burns, if I recall.
Did
to the point where I think it lasted. The pain and stuff lasted. I saw a short just the other day. Actually, it came through my feed. It was like it was an old video of him, I guess, getting his hair styled, and the thing was like, wow, look, the damage was still there years later. and he was
It
like
was
wincing in pain while the stylist was, messing up,
Oh.
with his hair.
Yeah, it was a Super Bowl commercial. And it was, back in the day, I mean, the two huge commercials that I would look for back in the day was always the Budweiser commercial with the Clydesdales and whatever the Pepsi commercial was
Yeah,
going to be, because
whatever celebrity.
it would usually have a big, right, Michael Jackson or,
Britney
Cindy
Spears
Crawford.
back in the day.
Yep.
Yeah.
But good hair.
But good hair. But yeah, so they get back, and again, he's just like Mickey. They're like friends, and like and not like he doesn't break it very gently to her. I was like, yeah, how is he? Yeah, he's dead. He got shot. Like that. Literally rip off that band-aid very, very quickly. Yeah. Yeah, and he's like, and then he just kind of fishes for more information of who he's been working for when he says, "Oh, what's his name's Victor
Mateless, whatever his name is.
Mateless, yeah, something like that. But yeah, so his next thing is to visit the area. Yeah, and how he gets in everywhere is just by line. Yeah, so florist need to take it up to the room where we get to see the baddie like that, but we don't know what. We just know he's bad because he looks bad. But we see Al too, one of the assailants who kind of killed Mickey, and their tone about the situation makes it more incriminating. If they were a bit more, we're a bit more shocked and a bit more sympathetic that you're a Detroit Cop, I understand what's going on, he probably would have got away with it. But they're very shirty to him. They're like, yeah, that's it. So he puts his back up straight away. But this is we got Axel being the assertive cop. He's actually trying to do his job now. So that's it. But of course, they're having none of it. Until get the heavies in, the security to chuck him out the window. And why would you chuck somebody out the window?
You broke your own window.
You broke your own window.
No
Yeah,
sense. No sense at all.
Unless you just really want to send a message, I guess.
Yeah, but you don't know. I don't know, like that. So yeah, it's a bit of an odd one. But of course, the LA Cops, 1980s, black man on the floor, unarmed. Just saying, this might have gone down really bad.
Yeah, but fair enough.
Yeah, but they arrest him. What they arrest him for disorderly public nuisance,
disturbing the peace.
Disturbing the peace, and so yeah, they get arrested. Of course, he's got a weapon, and then he's LA Cops, I'm guessing, have got nicer vehicles. So yeah, this is the cleanest, the nicest. It's better looking than my apartment. So depressed, but and then we get back. Look at that building though. Sandy, want to go buildings? There you go. That's a good cop building, isn't it?
Yeah, and that's kind of typical around that area. It's kind of a mix of like a classical revival, and there are a few like all up and down the West Coast, like from San Diego to LA up to San Francisco. You see those big, kind of artsy buildings, but flanked by the big gardens and fountains and palm trees, and they don't look dissimilar to like the Hearst Castle, or they blend in with the mansions quite well.
I say, if I'm going to get arrested, though, that's what we want to go to, though. Like, if I need to be arrested, I need to go to a nice one. But of course, whilst he's there, he takes the Mickey out of the cops there. That there's a phone in the cell, and he's ordered pizza. So can he stay for a little bit longer? And then we get. I love this. Like the what are you going to call it? I don't know, the room,
control room, dispatch room, maybe.
And he's like, and he's like well impressed that it's all like high tech, and like you look at those. There's some good old 80s computers and like everything, with the green screen. And then we get our LA Cops. And I'm guessing both of them probably were, well, all of them were in the later ones. And one on the right definitely was. I'm not sure if the one on the left is he still alive.
Was he in?
Sergeant Taggart.
John
I could have sworn he made it
Aston?
in the Netflix
Died
one.
Died 2024.
2024. He just passed away.
I think he was in the Netflix Axel F.
Yes, he was in it. Yeah,
he,
he was.
yeah. I'm almost
was.
positive he made it in that movie.
Yeah, so that's 2024. He died the same year.
Oh, he was in Midnight Run.
stinks.
That's where I knew this guy from. Midnight Run. I love that stupid film. I absolutely love that film. And he was the guy chasing them down in Midnight Run. Yeah. That's where I saw him from.
If I recall, in Axel F, he is now the chief of the Beverly Hills Police.
Okay.
I could be wrong, but I think he was.
What's the other guy's name? Oh, what is his name?
Judge Reinhold?
No, in the
Billy.
Billy.
That's it. Billy.
Something. Billy. I can't remember his last name.
Rosewood.
Yes, Billy Rosewood.
That's it. Rosewood. That's it. And who's the silly bit? But I do like how they tried to do a good cop, bad cop against a cop. It's a bit silly. Where, and of course he's not having none of it because cops don't out other cops in Detroit. So yeah, he's like, "What are you talking about?" Yeah, that's until he gets his back up and he gives him a smack until this chief lieutenant comes in and like pulls him aside, has to grovel for to apologize, and he's like, "Do you want to press charges?" Now, maybe today you might get some people might go, "Yes, I do. I want to press charges against my fellow officer." Back then, I'm 100%
no. Not back then for sure.
Yeah, but yeah, he tells him, "No, it's not." But yeah, they're like, "What are you doing here? And he goes, you're not on vacation. I've just spoken to your chief," and he says, "If you're, investigating the case, don't bother coming back as a cop to Detroit." So they're putting heavy hand again on him, but we get back to Jenny. Of course, she knows kind of a little bit of the ins and outs, and she says there's a warehouse that they know. So they're off to go to the warehouse, whilst of course they're being. Well, no, this is the second bit. Sorry, they're going back first. This is the banana bit first, isn't it? So yeah, this is the only bit. Then,
they
Jay,
send the dinner down. Yeah,
this is the only bit. Yeah, the late supper. To the thing whilst they're go to the warehouse, and again, this guy nails it. Just this little part. He's been in stuff. That's
one of the Wayans brothers.
Is it?
Oh yes.
It's not Keenan Ivory Wayans. Who is that? Is that Damon? Maybe.
Let's see. There would be Damon. There would be Marlon. There would be a lot of Wayans.
Sometimes I get confused. It could be Keenan. It might be. Let me check.
Is he gonna? I'm guessing
it is Damon.
Is it Damon?
And his character is called Banana Man. His character is called Banana Man.
There you go. Keep it simple.
In the credits.
Banana Man used to be a 90s, 80s to 90s cartoon in Great Britain.
Really?
Yeah. Yes. You eat a banana. As a little kid, he ate a banana, and he became Banana Man.
Oh, good grief!
God. Everybody in chat who's British now is going, that used to be great. It used to be like you come home from school, Banana Man's on. There we go. But yeah,
I watched Transformers when I came home from school.
Something slightly more exciting sounding.
Brits, come on.
I was watching
Banana Man. It's a superhero with a kid.
Transformers and then Teenage Mutant
Yeah,
Ninja
but I was
Turtles.
watching real superheroes like Spider-Man and Batman the Animated Series.
Get his ass kicked by Banana Man. See, and yeah, it's got like high fiber, a lot of protein. See, there we go. So it's fine. But yeah, this guy, like, what you can order the buffet and things like that. No, take them like that. Yeah, but
I do love the Wayans brothers. They are pretty funny. They've had some great stuff over the years.
They did White Chicks. Is they in the White Chicks?
Yep, they did White Chicks. They used to do the Scary movies. I think they did the first two, and then I think it switched over to studios or whatever. But yeah, just a lot of stuff too. Major Payne was a Damon Wayans movie. They both had sitcoms.
In
Damon
Living
Wayans
Color
had, In Living Color
with
was one with
Jim
Keenan, their
Carrey.
older brother.
Mm-hmm.
They had My Wife and Kids was a Damon Wayans sitcom. The two younger brothers, Marlon and is it Sean and Marlon? Sean Wayans and Marlon Wayans. I think that's right. They had a sitcom as well with John Witherspoon. They just a lot of 90s through the early 2000s, really a lot of good comedy stuff.
Now, because of this movie, how many people after this put a banana in people's tailpipes?
I would not recommend it. That's for sure.
I have to think people tried, though.
People tried, yeah.
That's definitely breaking a law, so I definitely wouldn't do it. And probably pretty dangerous to the person driving the car, so also certainly wouldn't do it.
People try it if the car's electric. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, they get to the thing where she actually refuses to kind of go in. First of all, she's a bit hesitant, and he's like, "Well, when you hear something smash, it's me smashing the window." So she lets him in, and where they find what is it? It's a depot that is being from wherever that gets shipped in before it gets out to customs. So it needs to clear customs. So this is the holding point of all the trades that Victor does from outer seas. So everything gets held here. But yeah, he finds everybody looking, but he finds coffee beans. What he's like, don't you know what coffee beans is for? So like that. So and then we get these guys getting the bearer bonds out of crates. Let's just say that. And then they're off. They're getting there. He's getting the information together. But of course, Al2, Taggart, and Billy get kicked off the. Do they get kicked off now? No, they don't get kicked off yet, do they? No.
Not yet.
No, they just get taken the Mickey out of because of the banana trick, where he very quickly got a banana disguise.
Yeah,
he made
almost
one
as if he
out
had it
of
ready.
A banana. Yeah,
maybe. But yeah, we follow them to. No, this is the holding cell, isn't this? This is the import and export thing, isn't it? This is
this is
this is where he pretends to be not a federal agent. What is it? He just a customs agent or something.
I want to. Yeah, I think so. Inspector. Yeah, he just says like inspector and kind of throws that around.
People just flick their badges very quickly to have a look. But yeah, so he gets everybody as a go of like, you let me look at me, kind of just walk around here willy nilly. So I want to have all the, paperwork on everything. Starting with this one, well, the one he just, we've just seen to come in. So yeah, it's again, he's using his police skills to find out, and his kind of interrogation skills of like, even when the guy says, whose Porsche is that out there? Do you want me to come down with more agents, or do you want to sort it out now? So yeah, it's like somebody's going to lose their job if you don't do this. So it's again a little bit of him. We know it's funny because we know the character, but it's kind of a clever way to get his own way in this situation. So he's getting the information just about Victor. So he's going down a bit of a rabbit hole, and of course, yeah, we get him turning back at the hotel. Taking the Mickey out of Gain Billy and Taggart. But this time he's being a bit nicer because, come on, we're cops. Let's bygones be bygones in a way. Let's go for a drink. So he knows a nice place, a nice relaxing place that unfortunately is also
and if you're wondering where the obligatory naked woman scene is going to be in this film, because there's one in every 80s film, this is where it is, because they're going to a strip club.
Yeah.
You have to have one.
You're not. You're going to run into that there.
It's formulaic, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, again, it's like that. So club soda. What is a club soda?
Tonic water.
Yeah, like tonic water.
It's just tonic water. Why don't you just call it tonic water?
Because we call it club soda.
Because we name things properly over here.
But yeah, it's a little bit of fun. They're having he's having a bit of a joke at their expense. But whilst they're having a time. He kind of starts to notice these two fellows come into the establishment, but go separate ways. And I like how he knows Taggart's kind of the experienced one, and he will take control. So he explains to him, "You take that kind of guy near the door. I'm going to take him because it's going to go down. Who wears I think he's like a trench coat, doesn't he?
In July,
this
yeah.
Where Billy's just kind of enjoying the ladies, just being a bit silly. So yeah, they go off, and of course, Axel, in his way, he gets up and plays the drunk friend of this guy who I can't even
Phil?
calls him.
Phil?
Yeah, that's it. Phil.
Phil.
I got Phil, man.
What happened to you, Phil, man?
Yeah, that's it. And then all goes to hell. They pull their weapons. He gets him up, shoots the thing, and Taggart takes the other one into custody. So they did well. They stopped a robbery, but it doesn't look well to the chief because he's I like it because Axel again, we're cops, stick together. I'll make up a story that he'll believe, and then they're like, no, I'm going to tell the truth. So it's kind of making out that LA cops are goody two shoes, I suppose. Like that. No,
yeah, which is so hilarious. There,
yeah.
Shouldn't
We've
say
had
it,
the rule book.
When you talk about corrupt, yeah.
That's it. But yeah, he won't believe him. But it's just like, I'm going to tell the truth. Can you tell the truth? Yeah, that's what happened. So now they get kicked off the case, and then they get these other two. And I don't even know these other two guys' names.
I don't know if they ever say that. No, he does say them because he calls over to them, but it's irrelevant. It's like the only time you hear their names.
Yeah. But they won't be. But they won't be played by the banana trick. So they get to another beautiful LA house, where Axel's just like, I'm just doing my own thing like that. So, but they realize this is Victor's house, and he has like enough food and drinks and beer, like in his truck.
Oh, it looks like you're on a stakeout.
Yeah. That's it. But it's so like fast moving because even when like you think, oh, there's going to be a bit between them, and then no, I've got to go, so I'm off. And of course he follows them down red lights, and he
plays a little trick at the red light. He waits until the light's green. He pretends his car is stalled out, so that when it's just about to go red, then he takes off, so that the guys following him are going to get clogged up with the traffic coming on from the other direction.
Which I always think is silly because they would just turn their sirens on and everybody would just get out of their way anyway.
I know.
Yeah. But maybe they can't because they wouldn't allow, because is it a crime what crime has been happened? So they probably won't allow.
No, I'm pretty sure they would find the reason to do it.
Yeah, exactly.
They've done it for less reason than the guy they're following running off on them. So
no, it's
I'm sure the cops would find a reason.
But we get Victor at his, what are they got, like a
private
club?
Yeah,
private
members
country
club.
Where Foley comes in. So how he gets in is I don't know what's the name does he give him?
Ramon. His Ramon. Yes.
Ramon. And it's like, well, the guy's like, well, can I give him the message? And he's like, well, if you like. And he goes into this whole I don't even know I'm guessing it's a made up sexual disease.
I think it's,
but it's
making it up.
It's like, what is that? And he's like, yeah, maybe you should take him. He's like, that's a good idea. It's very funny. It's just lovable, but yeah, I always like that.
No one does ice carvings anymore, do they? Never see them anymore.
That's it. Yeah, who could like?
Yeah,
what's your job? I'm ice carver.
That's a fair point. I haven't seen one in a long time.
There you go. There you go. Valentine's. There you go, Jay. Something to do. I made you this.
And you can do it too.
I can maybe do a snowman. I could do a snowman outside. That's about it.
No problem keeping that thing frozen. It would be not a problem. I had a glass of or a couple, soda in my car in the garage that froze last week. That has never happened to me. We've had like bottles of water and things that froze in the garage if they're close to the garage door, but I've never had something in my car freeze like it did last week. So ice sculpture would be great. It would work perfectly fine. These guys
what
are
you do with that
sitting.
chainsaw? Don't worry.
That's fine. I can do this. I can do it. But these two guys sitting down to their little snooty meal. So this guy though, the actor that plays Victor, and it bothered me. I don't know if he plays it well or doesn't play it well. His acting annoyed me because he does this. You've captured exactly the right frame here with his looking down but looking up, like giving you the eyebrows in every single scene. Can the guy do anything else but this?
I suppose it's supposed to be content,
Yeah,
isn't it?
that's
I
fair.
don't want to get up.
I
don't want to get
guess.
up for you.
And I know
You're
it's a
beneath me.
relatively small part, but there's literally nothing but anger, contempt, the eyebrows, one facial expression from this actor. And it could decide whether that was annoying or whether, that's him. And that's okay. Everyone else seemed to have a little bit more natural, just a little bit more natural reactions, except him. He just
Maybe they wanted him to be a
stayed
bit
with his
wooden, so
face.
they make you feel like he's an arse.
I guess.
He just comes across.
But you've
as, like, every
captured the
time,
perfect. This is what his
but-
face looked like the whole film. Yeah.
Yeah, like swallowing a lemon a little bit.
Exactly.
But yeah, they come in and and it just threatens. Yeah, and then of course he's henchman. He's not really great, then, is he? He gets kind of just taken out straight away. Back off, boom, done, and that's it. And of course, we know the police is going to get called, but he's now just getting Victor's backup, isn't he? He's just like, I don't really know the truth, but if I get your backup, you might lead me to reveal something. I don't know what he thinks, but we don't need to go. It's just, again, it's funnier to watch Axel kind of just interrogate him in a very stern, like, I don't give a shit way. While this guy, again, it's go away. You're beneath me kind of look, but I suppose it's supposed to as a way like you're irritating me, like that kind of thing. Like you're irritated by Victor watching him, but he is being irritated by Axel being there every time. He's like, go away, So maybe that's it. But it's again.
He's just in his way.
Yeah.
He's someone in his way right now.
Yeah. Again, I must say, the response time of LA police force are very, very good, though. Literally, when they get called by white rich guys, they come running.
It is Beverly Hills, so it makes sense.
Is there a Beverly Hills cops, like actual, or is it LA
I don't
cops?
honestly know. I'm sure they must have. I would imagine some kind of separate
Districts?
division from the regular LA cops. So they're probably not dealing with as much stuff. So they probably, and again, like you said, rich people call. Things start to get answered pretty quickly, much more than the rest of us when we call. So,
well, that's it. Yeah, they definitely know the mayor. Let's say that. But off he goes. But look, he's got a good evil. He's got an evil.
And they were
face.
smiling
got,
there.
like,
yeah, almost.
Like, got a bit of a very I'm the baddie face. But of course, he's been thrown over. But this time you can't do that in LA. You can't interrupt the posh boys club. So they kind of have a go. But literally at this point, I do like the lieutenant. He kind of goes, you may have something. So he starts, Axel starts to explain the details of what he's been looking at. And it's a bit of, and he's not a stupid cop. He's the lieutenant of the department. So he's like, you know what? There are pieces here could be part of a jigsaw. You've just not got all the pieces yet. So he's intrigued a little bit. But it's, again, it's not going to go anywhere because he's chief. It's a little, again, you downgrades him. I bet you're the prize of the Detroit police department. So he's kind of going to look.
What a jerk! What an old crusty jerk. Crusty is the word that comes up for this guy.
But he's he takes one, but he's like, get him out of here. Yeah, something like So now this is where they are going to take him to the state lines, isn't it? Oh no, they're going to fly him out, aren't they? Now, is it going to fly him out? Yeah, because state lines is after. But whilst that's going on, of course, Jenny gets a very. I must say, this scene, I don't. I'm guessing it's supposed to set up that he's authority over her because of course she's
yeah, it
still
was quite
employment.
creepy. The smooch at the end was like, okay, it's weird.
I suppose it is supposed to show him that she's now afraid of her life, but it doesn't really lead into anything after this event. But yeah, it just makes him a bit. I'm guessing it's a bit of an awkward scene. So I'm guessing he's a bit of a creep because he's like half the time he's just reading a pamphlet. I'm just like, okay, where's he staying? And then she's like, no. So yeah, it's but off they go, and then we get oh, what's his name? Jimmy, isn't it? Jimmy.
Billy.
Billy. Ah. That's it, an Axel.
But he looks like a Jimmy, a Billy, a young, youngish kid. Yeah.
Yeah. But they go and see Jenny, and would you like? Is it like a cappuccino? And would you like the sprinkles? Like that. I love he's like, oh, yes,
it
please.
Would make nothing would make me happier than.
Yeah. Yeah, off he goes. I guess these things, but yeah, it's all putting the pieces together again. I like this, again, Axel being good at this point when they go to another warehouse is like, you can't go in because you've got no probable cause. I can go in because at the moment I'm a civilian. If you go in, anything you do will get thrown out of court. So so again, it's protecting Billy, but this time they find more coffee, but this time they find something from Bolivia, let's say that. Be a little bit of drugs. But then, of course, why wouldn't you scope out the whole building first? So, of course, that more henchmen are there. And they call Victor and his cronies.
All in a suit and tie. All in a suit and tie.
But, yeah, so it's threatened. Yeah, they're going to threaten her. And he's like, yeah, get rid. I don't know why they take her away. I don't get that because you're going to off.
I was thinking for a minute to lure him, but no, they're gonna try to
him now.
Get rid of him now. Yeah. Makes no sense.
Yeah, the only bit I like that it's Hollywood. It's that suspense is like you've seen how quick they kill the other guy at the beginning, Mickey, and they take their time. They're like, why wouldn't you just done? We're bored of you. We can bury you wherever we want. Nobody will ever find you. It's like that. So it's it's a bit silly. they take their time, but at least then, of course, Billy comes to the rescue, and they have a little bit of a shootout, and now they're off. They're off this time to get Jenny, because now I'm guessing now makes sense. Probable cause. I'm guessing, and that's it. I don't know. So,
probably not from a legal perspective, but for the movies, it's fine.
Yeah,
it's fine Hollywood. For the movies.
There we go. So let's go to Victor's house. Again, they make a raid to kind of get the damsel in distress. Very comedic. I love this because they're doing their thing where having an argument, and of course Axel's doing that, but then he kind of comes around and they get all the weapons out of the back.
I feel like Taggart, just finally, maybe he's finding his youth again. He's an older cop who's following the book, going by the book, and he's like, "Oh, come on, all right, let's do this thing."
Yeah, but also, I can understand you're right. He's a bit shady.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they're off, and of course, we now get I love the old CCTV. Where's that? Everybody coming on. No color CCTV back then. But yeah.
But okay, the second or third time that we've seen this little light board here. So in the police squad room, they've got this light board. Here they've got this light board. I don't know if that was really a thing. I feel like it was a device for films. I don't remember ever seeing and I wasn't in the working world at this time, but they're not useful because they're static. It's not like a screen where you
I
can
guess it's supposed to
zoom
be
in,
like, is
zoom
the
out.
electric on and off? I don't know. Is there
For
I
his own
don't-
house, I guess, but anyway, it's just
Yeah.
like, oh, it's another one of those kind of tropes in the films that actually never
I bet
existed.
I bet some security system, like people, some salesmen, they had a crap idea and then they just got upsold and it just ended up
And then
being a
everybody
thing.
had one.
Yeah,
and it
everybody.
didn't
You
really
got
work
it. Yeah,
exactly the way you thought
look,
it would.
yeah.
Yeah.
What happens? I can see if the electrics ever go on and off. Well, wouldn't you know that by the lights?
The electrics would have gone off. Yeah. Mhm.
You're like, oh yeah, it's a bit of a silly thing, but yeah, they get everybody's things. So the police are going in, of course. Axel's good. Stay back. I'm going to go in. We get, of course, Lieutenant is like, this is happening over here, and again he does the right thing, get everybody over there. But then we get kind of it's a like this is now. In this bit, we kind of get the buddy cop situation.
Total
between
buddy cop
Taggart,
comedy. Yep.
Between buddy, like Axel's doing his thing, and they're just
Bumbling.
oblivious, bumbling idiots like that. But it's funny, like it's getting them over, and even like the shootouts, like everything's happening, and then when they even get into position, and it's but is it this bit when Billy I will go to arrest them all. So he gives him away his position. While Axel, of course, we're getting the thing. But at this point, I don't care about Axel. He's going to do his hero stuff. I want to know about this little bit because this bit's funny.
I kind of like
exactly.
exactly.
And they're
I like
stupid.
these
Like,
two.
I'm gonna you're under arrest, and they all open up their machine guns, and then he's like, if you do that again, I'll shoot you.
I'll shoot you
Like,
myself.
I'll
You
shoot
do
myself,
that
yeah.
again, I'll shoot you myself.
Yeah.
And I looked that up because I felt like other films and television shows had used that line, but at least according to Google, no, just this film. But I swore like after this, the line in this film that other people copied that, or maybe it was just people using the line. You do that again, I'll shoot you myself. I just think it's a good line. It's a really good line.
Yeah. But yeah, we get they're pinned down, and of course we get Axel going room to room. He gets his revenge on, I don't know, whatever he's the henchman number one, and then of course he's been done. So we get everybody coming in. The police are turning up, and it's Al Victor has taken Jenny hostage, kind of. That's it. But this time with the help of the lieutenant has got to come in, and that everybody's dead. Everybody dies except for a couple of more henchmen, and then Billy gets the arrest, and it's just a bit of silliness. The arrest, that little bit, it's a silly scene, but done really well, so you enjoy it because it's like over really quickly, like Axel's bit, but because you've got this other little bit of silliness going on, it makes it quite an enjoyable scene to watch. I think if it was just Axel and they stormed it, I don't think it would have that kind of like feel of the whole movie. If they try to make it too serious, even though Axel's going around killing everyone inside, they're having a little bit of stupidness between the two of them. That's it. But so we get back, and then Taggart and the lieutenant, and of course the chief is angry. What is going on? And this is where the lieutenant this time goes, this is what happened. It was our guys. We had information because of Jenny. She got what she'd been doing investigation, and Axel was just there for the ride kind of moment. And he's like, don't bullshit me, but that's going to be in my report. I don't care. So he's kind of backing up. He's men. What he should do, we're right. We did the right thing. People got killed. But we did everything right. And then and then you can tell he kind of looks at Taggart. Is that what happened? That's what the lieutenant says. That's what the lieutenant says. So this time, everything's right. Except for so we get to the end, and again it's just a little bit more fun. The ending is we'll take the bill. I'm guessing these are robes, aren't they? Just like can I have 2 robes?
Big,
Yeah,
$95
2
each.
robes.
Cushy, fluffy bathrobes. They're very luxurious.
That's it. But yeah,
I've never taken one from a hotel room, but I've enjoyed them in hotel rooms because you
she's
don't
taking
get them
free.
that
I've-
fluffy at home.
I've never taken them because I don't like the idea of them. Well, one, I just probably wouldn't anyways, but two, I just don't like the idea that they're just like probably reused and all that. Like, I'm
Oh,
good.
they are.
Dude.
They're
I'm all
washed,
set.
but yeah,
You can't wash it enough for me. I'm good.
I hear you. I hear you.
I'm good. I'll just get my own comfortable,
That's
nice,
right.
fluffy one at home.
Oh, but yeah, it's can't keep that. Gives him on the guitar. I've had 3, and he's like, "Come on, I know it. I know it. We got to take you to the city limits. I know a good joint." And it just a little smile at the end of like cheeky smile, and then yeah, again it just ends. And it ends just in a nice way. And again, it's very compact. Everything is very it's done, but it's not like movies where it's too fast or they needed bits. It's a movie that is just what you see is what you kind of get. I just it's a very enjoyable pacing. I guess in that and with the dialogue not being over heavy, but you understand every element, even though the crime that's happening with the bearer bonds and the drugs, you don't really know what the match is.
You don't need all the details.
You don't need to know all the details, so it's actually quite good. Sorry, Sandy, you got notes? I've got a pretty bad cough. I'm just going to cough off screen.
I'm so sorry. I can tell that you've got a little cough there. So let me put up some notes here. Just take a second. You know, this is our 73rd film club.
Wow.
And our 76th film because we did the Lord of the Rings all together. So let's do notes. There it is. So as we know, this film was released in 1984 based on the original screenplay by Daniel Petrie Jr. and Danilo Bach. This was not a book. I haven't read a book I'm reading a book for myself, but I haven't read a book for a film club in a while. The director is Martin Brest. I don't know anything else that he's done. We've already talked about a number of the folks that starred in the film and that it was filmed in and around Los Angeles, as well as the opening scenes in Detroit. Now, as for the numbers, again, 1984 was such a great year for film. And I mean, even today, when you think of like, there might be 1 or 2 real hits a year. There were so many. This film was made on a budget of $13 million. That's $41 million adjusted for inflation. It made, oops, I flipped them.
Money.
It made $249 million, which is 722 today. So
That's
sorry,
ridiculous.
I flipped those two. How did I do that? Huge box office success, obviously made more than 10 times, made more than 12, 15 times its investment, but it was still only the 7th highest grossing film of 1984 worldwide. I think it was higher just if you just looked at United States. It did not have as big of a international reception as some of these other films did because it was Beverly Hills Cop, I suppose. Ghostbusters had the higher international numbers along with Indiana Jones and all the other films. Geez, these look familiar because these are the same films we looked at last week. Because we were looking at the Terminator last week and it was the same, although the Terminator was the 21st highest grossing film. It actually received an Oscar and a BAFTA nomination. It received the Oscar nom for Best Screenplay and the BAFTA nomination for the score. Particularly, the nomination was for Harold Faltermeyer for the instrumental. Obviously, the soundtrack had a whole bunch of other artists like the Pointer Sisters, Patti LaBelle and Glenn Frey and others, but the actual that the song called Axel F and all the other instrumental behind it was the work of Harold Faltermeyer. And I didn't look it up, but I have to believe, let's see, highest grossing instrumental pop songs, it has to be at the top. Okay, so number 1 is the Star Wars Cantina Band was released. Number 2 is the theme from Summer Place. Number 3 is Miami Vice. And number 4 all time is Axel F. So of the all-time instrumental pop releases, Axel F is the fourth highest charting. And just to round out the top 5, Songbird by Kenny G. Okay, we don't need to talk Kenny G. Not my cup of tea, Kenny G. But yeah, what a fun film.
Yeah, I agree.
Yes. Go on then, Sandy, as you started. Do you want to go first?
I'll go ahead and say that from the minute the trailer begins, you're in a good mood when you're watching this film that does include wrecked cars, shooting, blood, guts, murder, drugs, all kinds of nastiness. But the soundtrack, along with Eddie Murphy's performance, it really lifts this into an odd category of, and you mentioned like buddy cop. I won't say comedy. It's a police procedural mystery drama that leaves you feeling good because it's written in a lighthearted way. And on reflection, you look at some of the real gritty dramas. Life is not drama or comedy, or life is never in one category, right? So this film probably captures more of, the day-to-day camaraderie between cops, the day-to-day rivalry between cops, the crooked businessmen, the police chiefs that just want to keep everybody happy. I like the film. Some may say it's far-fetched and they don't know whether it's a comedy or a dramedy or whatever it is. I don't care. Absolutely don't care what category this falls into. I really like Eddie Murphy's performance. I really like the Taggart and Billy, John Ashton, and Judge Reinhold, who was also, really big at this time. Fast Times. Was it Fast Times? Was he in Fast Times? All those teeny comedies, that genre that he was in. I just like their performances. I like the way the three of them kind of fit together, Axel and Taggart and Billy. And again, I also like the kind of the driving force behind the film being this lifelong friendship between Mikey and Jenny or Jen and Axel, kind of driving the plot forward. As far as the heist itself, the crime itself, it's a little fuzzy and weak. I don't care. Absolutely don't care. I give this film a 6. That's a good rating, and I recommend it. I think it's fun. It's an hour and however many minutes. It's a fast film, and it's a great way to spend an afternoon checking out a good classic 1984 Eddie Murphy film, Beverly Hills Cop.
Well said.
Well said. Yes. Jay, do you want to go?
I'll go. Sure. Honestly, I agree with so much of what Sandy just said. It's just a fun film, and it just like pours out 80s nostalgia. And I know I wasn't in the 80s, but I do still appreciate that era and all that. Like I really do have such an appreciation for 80s movies, pop culture, music, the whole deal. So I kind of always love that about it. And just in general, it's fun. It's fun. It's funny. It's got action elements to it. It's a little over the top, sure. But it's like I said earlier, I think they did that over the top with the action stuff to kind of take it out of just a, cop crime movie to bring it up to that next level. We can say we got an Eddie Murphy action movie. And I'm okay with it. I think that actually kind of elevates it to make it that much more fun because it is a little ridiculous. It starts off with this ridiculous semi chase that, like you said earlier, he's just the truck drivers plowing into everything. It would almost seem on purpose because they paid for the effects and want to see them being put to good use. But it just works. It's over the top. It's funny. And I think at this time, Eddie Murphy obviously was kind of getting into his prime, but still like incredibly well-known, incredibly popular still. And I think the over-the-top nature of the action stuff kind of matches the energy of Eddie Murphy. He's just so... like all his lines, the fast talking, the smoothness in delivery, and just how quick and witty and funny he is. I think the over-the-top nature of the action side of it just matches all that. I think if it was kind of toned down to just a crime detective movie, it wouldn't really fit. I kind of like how it all goes together in that regard. Everything about this movie is a bit over the top, but also grounded at some points as well, and I like that blend. In terms of the crime stuff, I think like Cindy said, it's not some crazy crime story that's going to blow your mind with twists and turns and surprises and things like that. It's straightforward. There's nothing really complex to it, but it's what the movie needs it to be. So it's enough to get you from point A to point B with a narrative, but to really have fun with the characters in the meantime. And I think that's what you have with this one. Like you said, the two other cops, they've got such a good relationship with each other. And I do love the buddy portion at the end where you kind of really get to see them doing a little bit more on their own without Eddie Murphy's character involved. Because you kind of get the humor of just them instead of the humor kind of working through Eddie with them. And they're really great. Judge Reinhold, and I can't remember the other guy's name, unfortunately, but he's really great in this as well.
John Ashton.
I think he's phenomenal in this. I really love that chemistry between him and Judge Reinhold's character. Yeah, I mean, it's just fun. It's a fun watch. It's one I'll watch pretty much anytime it's on. I could scroll by, see it's on, and leave it on at any point, or jump in at any point and leave it on, I should say. I would say I land at about a 7 for this one, and I give it kind of an extra 0.5 for just how good it makes you feel when you watch it. I think maybe film-wise, it probably falls at like a 6.5. But when a movie makes you have that much fun, and like you said, when we're watching the trailer, we're smiling ear to ear, like that's got to at least earn an extra 0.5. So I'll give it a nice solid 7. Oh, the music, great. I love how they marry the music with the film. All that combined, I give it a really good 7. Big time recommend, and it's one that I'll watch pretty much anytime it's on. And I even recommend checking out the Netflix one. As far as a 30-year-old or 30-plus-year-old sequel goes, it's not bad. It kind of gives you what you'd want to get out of seeing this character return to the screen. So I would recommend checking it out.
Very
well said.
Well
said. Thank you.
This is one of the movies I think you can. You've got two choices. I think Jay kind of put. You can actually put it on and kind of do your housework, and you're still going to enjoy it without watching it fully. Mm-hmm. And you can actually sit down and watch it fully, and you're having the same experience if you've watched it before. I think this one, I think it's a very, it's an easy watch, even though it's got the drugs, the kind of gangsters or whatever you want to call it, and deaths and all that. But it's done at a tone that is a very easy watch, and it's a very 105 minutes. The very, very condensed but a good pace movie with great soundtrack. And I think we've said this at previous ones where it's 80s or 70s and it's a bit outdated. This one, it doesn't feel outdated. It's got the 80s vibe onto it, but it's not taking you. I think if you put somebody in their 20s now and watch this movie, it still hits the points because it's not bridged in that time zone, I suppose you want to call it. It's just a good, fun movie. It's Eddie Murphy, he's great in it, but it's written by the screenwriter in such a way you don't have to overact to be great in it, and that's the thing. So Eddie Murphy plays the straight and then the funny guy really well to give that. But I think the director did it well. Was like, this is what, look, guys, don't overcomplicate. This is what we got as a movie. You don't have to be, Oscar worthy to nail this on the head. It's good. I think the soundtrack really helps it. But I think you could spot it properly for a lot of 80s movies. It just needs to have that kind of that beat to pace the movie along. I really like it. I said I watched it 3 months ago, and I was like, when the trailer come on, I was like, hey, I've just watched that, and I was like, oh, I've got to watch it again. Don't mind. That shows a good movie. Mm-hmm. That shows a good movie that you don't like. I've just watched it. I like. You have those ones where I've seen it so many times, and then it comes on, and then you just watch it. And all that, you just get so. I watched Batman, another 80s movie, and I just started watching it. It came on, and then I'm going to watch it, and I really enjoyed it, and I've seen it multiple times. It doesn't just have to be that; it's only because that was last night. But there's ones that you can that's enjoyable, but also in a very strange way, they're enjoyable, but also, unfortunately, a little bit forgettable because they're not epic. These movies aren't going to be in there, but if they come across, if you scroll in, as Jay said, or it comes across and somebody says, I watched Beverly Hills Cop the other day. You're like, oh, I'm going to watch that tonight. I haven't seen that in years. Like that. It will come across, or you scroll, and you just go, yeah, I'm going to put that on. That's a great movie. So these ones, it's a smile clicker. Let's say that it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to fit the plot holes and fix them and make everything. Oh, I need to do that. There's a lot of this that doesn't make sense. There's characters that are in it that you don't see, and they're like they can be. You could write them out like that. I just don't care. I just really enjoy it, and it's just like I say I don't mind 2 and 3. They're like a low level version of this. But yeah, I'm gonna give it a 7. I'm gonna give it. I mean, a hard 7 because it's good when you can. I've just watched it. I have to watch it again, and I don't care. I really enjoy it. So yeah, it's a 7 from me. And that's strong because these movies, they, like you have those buddy cop ones, or you get those chase police ones. Not a lot of them stand the test of time, and like this does. And I like them to revamp it into like what Foley F or what Axel F just shows how this. It's still got a little bit of a not fan base. It's got a smile base, I would say. You're not going to go people like this is my favorite movie of all time, but you go this is one of my favorite feel good movies, and it's a weird sense of that, but it's all again the delivery by Eddie Murphy. So yes, very good pick, Jay.
Well, thank you.
On that. Yeah, it was a good
one thing I will say about Axel F. Actually, now that I think of it, just because it came into my mind. One of the things that I think helps that movie work, even if like as you're watching it, the narrative, the story, and I think a lot of people will compare it to some of the other Beverly Hills Cops movies, specifically this one, and maybe 2 if you're a bigger fan of 2. I personally like 1 better. It's probably still my favorite, to be honest. So I think people will compare it in quality. And I would say it doesn't quite stand up to this, the original. But one of the things that I think makes it work so well in terms of how I said, something. It's what you kind of want to see out of a return to this character is, and I can't say for sure because I've never spoken to the guy, but it feels a lot like Eddie Murphy really enjoyed getting back into the role. So he really kind of gave it that effort of being Axel Foley. It wasn't like, oh man, he's just kind of milking this role because it's a paycheck and Netflix. Like you might see from some other 30-plus-year-old sequels or decades-old sequels where it's like, oh God, they didn't even give a good performance. It doesn't feel like the character. It does feel a lot like Eddie Murphy really, cared for going back into the role of Axel Foley. And that, I think, really helps that one kind of feel like I said, feel like what you'd want it to be at least, even if it's not, a movie that's going to knock your socks off. At least it's going to be one where you're like, oh, it was fun to see him get back into the role. Like that was worthwhile.
Well, you can see like just even that, like, he probably wanted to distance himself after 3 movies doing the same character. A lot of actors don't like they don't carry on, do they? Oh no, I'm free and done. I've taken the paycheck, and then they want to do something different. And I think people when they start to get a bit cynical in their old age go, I wish I'd carried on with that character. Like that was a good look. That was my I enjoyed it. I didn't have there's characters out there and like some like that as geeks or nerds, we wish they carried on, like that. But as actors, I bet they look back and go, you know what? I just enjoyed doing that bloody role. I enjoyed that character. I felt like connected to that somehow. So they probably got, that kind of little bit of a buyer's regret, but not, what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that kind of moment.
It's one of those things where you can't understand it too. When you've done the same role 2 or 3 times, like in your younger in your career, you're probably thinking like, man, there's so many things I want to do. I can do so much more than this. So like you do understand why they probably do get frustrated with being in these roles for too long and things like that. I'm sure you've seen it in the superhero genre where people want to leave these roles because it's like, I'm done being Spider-Man, done being Batman. Like there's more I can do. But yeah, I think, a lot of people probably when you get to an age where even if it's just self-reflection, like maybe it's not because the calls aren't coming in for work in terms of movie roles and things anymore. Maybe it's just self-reflection of you've been away from it so long, you can really look back and say, damn, that was actually a lot of fun. I wish I could have appreciated it for what it was a little bit more in the time because I wasn't so worried about what my next step in my career was and would I ever get an Oscar if I'm stuck in these comedy roles or action roles, so I always think that concept's interesting. That's why, again, I really do appreciate the way he returned to the role. It felt like somebody who wasn't just, phoning it in because a paycheck was there. It seemed like he really did enjoy the character, and he enjoyed, going back to it.
Yeah.
And
I'd
I
like to know
haven't
from
watched
some-
it. I'm going to have to
No,
watch it
I've-
now.
I've-
Yeah, I recommend
yes.
it. I will say,
It's on my
I'm not
wit list. It's on my
overselling it.
wish. It's
Yeah,
always
I
been
do
on my
hope that
wish
I'm not
list.
overselling it. I actually did a review on it a while back when it came out, because I don't want you guys to watch and be like, "Oh my god, this is awful."
No, we
but
trust
I
you,
thought it
Jay.
was
We
fun.
trust
Like,
you.
there's some stuff that I didn't like, and I'm sure you won't like either, because we're kind of logical people as we watch these movies. So sometimes, even in the realm of an over-the-top movie, things happen where you're like, well, that doesn't really make sense, or that doesn't seem like it makes a lot of sense. So there might be some things that'll kind of pop up like that, but I mean, overall, like I said, it was an enjoyable return. It's not going to blow your mind. It's not going to replace this movie as possibly a favorite of the series, I wouldn't imagine, but I think it's worth giving a watch.
But again, it just makes you want to watch. Well, for me, you know what? I haven't watched 2 and 3 for a while.
I
Maybe
might
sit
do
like
that,
yeah.
to be honest with you, because I just remember Bridget Nielsen being in 2, and I kind of remember like an early bank robbery scene or a jewelry store scene. Like, it's a vague memory for me. I do have to go back and watch that one, and then watch 3 for the first time, because I've never seen 3.
The whatever won the chat, you're gonna have to help me. Whichever won the fun fair is like the amusement park. What they're taking the Mickey out of Disney slightly. It's got a cameo, really weird cameo by George Lucas and his wife. Don't know why. it's like the weirdest. Like,
I'm
George
sure
Lucas.
I didn't see that.
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah.
I just
They're
it's not
in
ringing
they're
any
in these
bells.
kind of they're taking the like like the in the 80s, like you always had somebody was wearing a sweater, that Disney sweater. Like that over the top, like bit chunky, let's say, that Disney sweater. They do it in that movie, and I'm like, okay, and they disappear. Then it's like one word gone, done. It's a very weird cameo. Don't know why, but when you see it, you're like, that's odd. That's odd. Like, that is a bit odd. But fair enough. But yes. All good. Yeah, but it does. It just makes you want to go back. We've had a good little 80s run. Now we're going back to the 70s next though.
Yes.
With a bit of Dirty Harry. Now I was thinking, I don't think I would have put this on. I think it would have been Sandy.
Yeah, I don't
It
think
says
I
I
did.
think
Jay.
it's been Sandy. Would it be you, Sandy?
I have to check my list.
Because you said,
it's just-
I was like, would I have done? But I was like, I would do because it's iconic. But would it have been?
Oh, it doesn't say Jay. That's right. This is the
I
one
was gonna
we
say,
don't know.
I've only watched it once, and it was
I might have
more
done.
than 15 years
Yeah.
ago, honestly.
I might have done.
I
it
might
then.
have done, but I was like, ooh,
Yeah.
would I have put that on? But I think Daryl went. Jay, you got in your head Clint Eastwood straight away, and you thought it was a
Yeah.
it's not Western.
And then
It's
immediately I was
supposed
like,
to
no, it's Dirty Harry. It's not one of his westerns.
It's as close as we're gonna get to a Western.
Clint Eastwood. It's gonna be Clint. It's gonna be Clint. Oh yeah, we picked we picked 2 movies so far where Clint Eastwood's been in them, and they're not one of his iconic Western movies. It's
Well, I'd still maintain that it is much like Beverly Hills Cop. It is a case of the kind of cowboy cop character in Dirty Harry as well. So it's not quite a Western, but it's a bit of a cowboy cop.
It is. It is.
We'll kind of take it.
There we go. Now, I guarantee I'm going to get hit by a copyright, but let's play it anyway. I'm going to pick another trailer just because that one was terrible, and I found a better one.
Fair enough.
And I was like,
It's about all the reason you need.
That's
Wait,
it. And I was
the
like, it's a bit
iconic
shorter.
narrator in a world. It's
Yeah,
that
yeah,
same
I was like-
narrator.
But I found one that was like a for one of the like an extra release, and I was like, that's a better trailer. It's a bit better. Like that one. It was a bit too long. Let's just say that. But let's do it with 1970. Go on, Sandy. 71, 72. It's got to be early 70s, isn't it?
I thought 74, but is it a little
Or
earlier?
is it going?
Hang on,
I'm
I
going for
just-
71.
I
I'm going for
switched
71.
back. 70. Wait, it's right here. Yeah, 71.
Wow.
71.
What do I win?
Wow.
What do I win? Okay, let's share the screen. Right, this is our next one, Dirty Harry.
Inspector 71. Inspector 71.
I know what you're thinking. Did he fire 6 shots or only 5?
Better. Better.
You've got to ask yourself one question. Do I feel lucky? Well, do you, punk?
To the city of San Francisco. I will enjoy killing one person every day until you pay $100,000. Scorpio. Send Inspector Callahan in. There's a madman loose.
Play it straight down the line, okay? You just go where you're told and do what you're told. You got it?
Why do they call you Dirty Harry? I take every dirty job that comes along.
Where does it say you've got a right to kick down doors, torture a suspect, deny legal counsel?
You don't listen, do you?
It's the law.
Well, then the law is crazy. When are you people gonna stop messing around with this guy? He's gonna kill again.
All right, Nick, this is how we play. One wrong move, the girl dies.
He's gotta be stopped now.
Tried to kill me!
That's a better trailer.
Wow, they're really
That's
selling
much
the
better.
Blu-ray.
Much
I'm yeah.
I was
I'm
going to
like,
say
that's a better
immediately that looked like crystal clear. I was like, wow, this must be a remastered version. And then it
Nice,
said
yes.
4K, whatever.
There we go. I was like, yeah, that one's a better trailer. I was like,
Much
what we
better,
had
much
last time, I was like, oh, that's an awful trailer. And I was like, let's have that. Oh, I like that trailer. It's a little bit, a little bit the thing. But now, I'm going to announce it now. Daryl, if we do, oh, what just happened there? Sorry, I just went into split screen. If we do get a Western, so Dirty Harry, we're not doing next week. It's Valentine's Day. And the week after is my birthday weekend. So we're going to have I don't know. I've not been told if I can have what we're doing. So I'll let you know.
Well,
if this does happen, it might happen.
If it helps, I actually can't do the weekend after next anyways. So I don't know if that helps
There we
kind of
go.
make it
Okay,
easier for
there we
you
go.
on that side.
There we go. So I might get we got a weekend off. There we go. So there we go. So we got a 2-week hiatus then.
A little winter
no.
break, so to speak.
There we go. You can, yeah. Well, then, if that's it, you got loads of time then, Jay, to do a sculpture. So when you come
Oh,
back,
that's true.
There we
That's true.
so yes, if it does, so we got a bit of a bit of a break, but that's okay. So yeah, we got Valentine's, of course, coming up. I think all of us would be in trouble if we took that off. You're like, what's going on? But let's fingers crossed. Can we do 2 1984s in a row? Can we do 2 Clint Eastwoods in a row? Let's find out.
Fingers
Just
crossed.
for Daryl.
That would be wild.
There we go.
It's going to be like Gran Torino or something, like another Clint Eastwood that's just not a Western.
It's like every Western, like every Clint movie, except for his. Like,
We have Unforgiven on here. That's Clint Eastwood, right?
yeah, yes, directed and
Is $1 Million Baby on here? I don't
I hope
think
not.
so, right?
Not
I've never actually
I
seen
hated
$1
that
Million
film.
Baby I've never seen
Hated
it,
that film.
to be honest
I
with you.
don't
Oh
like
my
it.
I just know
word.
it's one of his non-Westerns.
Yeah. It's a bit. I didn't get it. I was like, I don't get why everybody was raving about it. I was like, oh yeah.
He
Yeah.
directed
But
it, right? I think every time he directs
Yeah.
something,
Yeah,
it gets a
it's
little extra
kind of.
hype.
It's also such a stupid story. I'm sorry to say, it is so far fetched and stupid, and just
Yeah.
it doesn't do anything for that whole. It's all the girl power stuff. When you go over the top with girl power, then it's useless. Be realistic with girl power. That sells a story and makes a point. But when you go so far over the top, like, no, it's just no. It's
Yeah, fair enough.
There we go. All right, let's do this. Something for girl power then. 5, 4.
Yeah, who
3,
knows now?
2.
No, I've
We
said
might
it.
get Spice Girls the movie. Come on.
No.
3, 2, 1. Let's do it. Sandy's pick.
Oh my God, is it another 1971? Hang
MASH
on.
was a movie? I thought it was just a show.
Yeah, the
No,
TV show
MASH was a
came from
movie,
the
though,
film,
yeah.
and
Oh, I
it
did not
may
know that.
actually be the same year. Hang on. That would be wild if we had. No, 1970.
Ah,
1970.
there we go.
Close.
Yeah,
And
MASH
Sandy,
was
to
a
let
film.
everybody, what does MASH stand for?
Do I get to answer or do I not get
Yes,
to
that
answer?
was the question. Yes, I was gonna
Mobile
ask it.
Army Surgical Hospital.
I
There
actually
we
did not
go.
know that.
There we
That
go.
was a
And
show that was always on when I'd get home after school.
was, yes.
And I used to get so annoyed because I just wanted it to be cartoon. So I like grew this like
Aw.
a version of it over my lifetime. So I've never watched a single episode of MASH, but I've known people who adore the show. So
Jay,
maybe this will get me to watch it.
It is such a, it's so rare that a television show that is leaning into comedy, sort of like Beverly Hills Cop, where you've got very serious subject matter, but it's handled in a very humanistic way. And being humans, we are funny people. And so it leans into the comedy. It blended heart-wrenching stories of death and injury in the middle of war with absolute laugh your head off funny jokes and gags and a lot of physical comedy. But I, honest to goodness, I can't think of any other television show that blended the two. And I only caught it in reruns. I didn't catch it when it was on TV. It was on TV during the absolute height of the Vietnam War. But this is taking place in the Korean War. I watched it in reruns, but then later I watched all of it probably about, I don't know, 10 years ago, and was just blown away by it. Didn't pay attention to how well it was, how well acted it was. The stories they covered, and they covered it historically. So they do kind of go through, even though I think it was on for 10 seasons and the war only lasted 5 years or something, but they go through some of the historical events in the war as well. And I can't say enough about it. I mean, it absolutely is it earned all the accolades it got, but it started as this film. And yeah, Daryl, Donald Sutherland, Elliot Gould, can't remember the woman who played Houlihan. She was in a number of other films, and also known more as a stage actor than a film actress. There's only one character from the movie who was in the television show, and that was Radar O'Reilly. So Gary Berghoff was the only character that was in the film and then carried over into the television show. So I can't say enough about the TV show. I think I've only seen the film twice, so it'll be good to take a recent, a look at it now. But yeah, wow, we've gone through 80s. Now we're early 70s, early 70s. We're in a zone.
We're going backwards. But this is a long trailer, 3 minutes. So let's get on with it. Let's have a look at the trailer.
A United States Army field hospital somewhere near the front lines.
Check this place out. See what the nurses are like.
That one, the sultry bitch with the fire in her eyes. Onward, Christian soldiers, marching as to war.
Who are those men? Friends of yours, Murray?
I think you will find these accommodating. They're quite dry.
Don't you use olives?
We do have to make certain concessions to the war. We're 3 miles from the front line.
This is the story of two indispensable military surgeons. They had the Army over a barrel. But did they take advantage of it? Yes. MASH, a motion picture that raises some important moral questions. And then it drops them.
What are you two hoodlums doing in this hospital?
Well, what's the matter with her today?
Look, Mother, I want to go to work in 1 hour. We are the pros from Dover.
Somebody get that dirty old man out of this operating theater.
And then give me at least one nurse who knows how to work in close without getting her tits in my way.
I wonder how a degenerated person like that could have reached a position of responsibility in the Army Medical Corps.
He was drafted.
Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come.
His will be done. Oh, Frank, my lips are hot. Oh, kiss my hot lips.
We have got to share this with the rest of us.
Frank. Oh.
What the hell is that?
Oh, Frank. Wait a second. What is it? Turn the light off. No, turn the light off.
should check with the military vicar's office. You see, I cannot give absolution to a man who's about to commit suicide.
Do you have any particular method that you'd recommend?
Black capsule.
Black capsule.
Suicide is painless. It brings on many changes.
This isn't a hospital! It's an insane asylum! 皆さん東京名物とっても自然な
My God, they've shot him!
On flips, you incredible nincompoop. It's the end of the quarter.
That was a long. That was a long trailer.
No,
but it covers it all. It covers it all.
I don't think I realized MASH was a comedy like that. I wasn't aware. I thought it was a more serious. Well, I guess I didn't know it was a movie, but for the show too, I thought it was just a more serious thing, like an army drama. I did not realize it was that much of a comedy.
Like a Porky's, I suppose.
Yeah,
the armies. Yeah, it's got
Fair enough. That's actually not a bad comparison. Yeah, it's got that kind of humor.
The movie more so. The movie's actually more on the goofy side. The television show, as the war progresses and it wears on the characters, you see it become more and more serious. And the final episode of MASH was the most watched television show in the history of TV. It eclipsed when Lucille Ball had the baby on I Love Lucy, which before that had been the most watched television show in history. And that final episode, I remember, 2 or 3 times that I've watched it, you will bawl like a baby because that is so serious what happens in the final episode, and it is what many experience in war. It has post-traumatic stress. It has characters that you had seen throughout the series kind of end up coming together at in different places at the end of their the war is almost over and they're completely different people. And I think the final episode does a lot of great things, but it also shows and kind of reflects back on how they've all changed from, shiny, happy people. The one guy who was always trying to get out of the army by dressing like a woman, he ends up being the one who stays in Korea. He's trying the entire time to get out of the army, He ends up marrying a Korean woman and staying in Korea. But there's so many different stories along the way. It is just so well done. There are very few things that are missteps in the television show. Ran for so long. There might be an episode.
I'm just looking
or
at
two.
1972 to 1983, 251 episodes.
Yeah.
Wow. That's a rewatch.
It was pretty, and Daryl's kind of listing it. Sally Kellerman, that's who I was trying to remember. More known as a stage actress, and then showing up in different films. I'm sorry, the one that I always remember besides MASH is her with Rodney Dangerfield in Back to School. But Bobby Troop, who was in Emergency, the firefighting show in the 70s. Rene Auberjonois, who was Odo in Star Trek, not Deep Space Nine. Yeah, Deep Space Nine. And just so many other, Robert Duvall and Elliot Gould, and just some fantastic performances. So I'm so looking forward to seeing this film, and I'm looking forward to your opinion, Jay, because it's, kind of beyond your generation, and James, because this is an American war film, and
I've seen this multiple times. I've seen this so many times. I must say that. Like that is MASH, as Jay said. Like I've probably seen the movies more times than you, Sandy, and if you've only seen a couple. But I'm guessing because there was 251. MASH was always on British TV.
Always
on TV.
Literally always on. I'm guessing because there were so many episodes, it was always on. And my stepdad really enjoyed it. So as a younger as a teen, I was made to watch it, but I didn't mind, of course. But you made, you want your kiddies TV, but you have to watch MASH. So I get MASH. Yeah, so that's it. But we'll talk about it. We won't go into it now. But but I think that's a rabbit hole if you want to go. If you go, I really like it. I'm going to rewatch it. I'm going to watch the whole series. 251.
Oh yeah, that'll keep me busy.
11 years. That's good. They're not short episodes as well. They were a good 30 to 40-minute episodes, if I remember.
30 minutes for us. It would be 30 minutes. We wouldn't have.
But with the adverts and everything, so you probably look at the time. Fine.
Yeah, and there would be, it would be like a water cooler show, even in reruns. People would say, "Hey, did you see Matt?" Like, very few shows like that. And I wasn't into Friends or some of those other shows like in the early 2000s ish, because that's when I was in school. When I was in
Seinfeld was a big one too. A big like everybody watched the last episode one.
See, when I was in college and law school, that 8 years of my life, I didn't watch TV. So I missed.
Fair enough.
I missed because I was working 2 jobs too.
Right, pretty busy. Fair enough.
I missed Seinfeld. I missed Friends. I saw like Cheers was when I was before I went to college, but like. That the heyday of those shows that everyone my generation talked about, I didn't watch. I didn't have time. I didn't have time to watch TV. So, I'm catching. I've seen Seinfeld since, but some of the other shows, Friends, I could just kind of leave it. But
I don't mind Friends actually. People I think give it such a bad rep as being like not very funny, but if you give it, it's like it's fine. It's sitcom stuff. I think people can be too harsh on sitcoms. It's like it's entry level comedy. It's not trying to be edgy or be super clever or anything like that. Like it's just, it's you get what you get out of it. It's nothing crazy, but it can be funny. But I know like a lot of people
getting paid $1 million per episode, and there's 6 main. There's 6 of them in there. That's showing how well
my gosh,
3 girls,
yeah. So
my wife really likes it, so I watch. It's always like on in the background.
Like
it's fine.
It's background.
I think people give it a hard, or a bad rep.
It's one of those ones I think I would never watch back to back, and I would never need to. You just it's on. Yeah, nothing
for us, it's like. I realized
never watch 1 to 10. It'd be like series 2, series 1, series whatever 6 or whatever episode. I don't really care because
like you can just watch any as it's on replay. I realized just recently that I'm like, wow, we're getting a little. I said to my wife, we're getting a little older because now on what used to be Nick at Night when I was a kid used to be Mary Tyler Moore Show, Happy Days, Dick Van Dyke Show, and I grew up watching all those Different Strokes. All those shows, like I used to watch all that stuff growing up because that was Nick at Night. I Love Lucy, all those things.
Yep.
And now I'm like, oh my God, Nick at Night is Friends. Am I that old now?
Like, I know.
What? So it's always kind of on one of those channels. So like at night, if my wife's doing laundry and I'm kind of buzzing around the house, helping with a few things or doing this, that, or the other thing, it's kind of like on the background, in the main living room TV kind of playing because she's a big fan of it. And I've grown to like it. I think people kind of crap on it a little bit more than they need to. I think it's kind of got a little bit of the case of like when something was super, super popular, you got that counterculture that's like, oh, it's not cool. It's just commercial. It's for the normies. And it's like, I mean, vanilla ice cream's fun too sometimes. There's nothing wrong with vanilla ice cream. Doesn't always have to be something extravagant.
No, but I've heard from certain parts of the universe. I'm going to put the universe because you don't know where they come from. It's racist.
Yeah, I have heard that as well.
I've heard that. I'm like, oh my, silly. No, go away.
There was actually a guy who had a small.
It should be on Netflix.
Yeah, there was a guy who had a small role on it that also kind of made that claim recently, and I've heard that claim a few times. I mean, I'm like, he was only in a couple episodes, and I had heard allegedly, at least. I'd have to look into it because I can't remember what the hell it was. I remember seeing it and being like, that's just ridiculous. Because when you looked at the other shows at the time, Family Matters, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, like, you know what I mean? Like, nope, let's not be. It's just people just love to complain. They just
it's
really
like,
do.
oh, I didn't get that. Well, would you want to?
The
Would you
Cosby
want
Show,
to?
for God's sakes.
Yeah, I mean, you know what I mean? Like, it's
We don't
these-
talk
it's-
about that. Though,
I
do
know.
we?
Yeah,
I know.
we'll put that
I know
show to
where-
the side.
where it
But,
landed,
but right, but you know, if you're talking
Let's
purely from the
erase that
standpoint
American
of,
history quickly.
Well,
That's one we
if-
can erase.
if you're just talking like factually though speaking, like that would be an example of another one. Like, you know, the shows were centered around, you know, groups that hung out with each other. Like, it was never meant to be anything like that. At least I've never taken it that way and I grew up. I mean, I loved Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. It's one of my favorite sitcoms of all time. I also watched Full House. You know what I mean? I can too. I won't, but I could. But Full House, another one. Like, there all these 90s sitcoms and late 80s or mid 80s to late 80s sitcoms. They all had their cast and their crews, and nobody said anything back then. It's just people going back now to try to complain about things.
Yeah, we got to tick every box when sometimes it works because, especially like Wonder Years. I know they did Wonder Years.
Oh, yeah,
they
I
did
used
a
to watch
remake,
Wonder
didn't
Years.
they? And they like
Did they?
went a bit, they made a remake.
News to me.
Switched it. Yeah, it got
yeah.
cancelled quite quick. But it works. Wonder Years worked because of where it's set and the setting. And it's like that. And then you got other ones, it works because of that setting. It's like that. And that's, you know, it's not, we don't like, if you introduce a whatever character out of that setting, it seems a bit weird. And it's like that. People don't do that, unfortunately. It's just Hollywood want this pretty universe.
If you redid Fresh Prince and tried to tell the same story but switched it, it wouldn't make much sense. Like,
It would make
like
no
the
sense.
story makes
Jeff
sense because
is-
it's
I
like
know.
let's
John
not
Smith.
be like let's not all just be so ready to be angry all the time, and let's just
Yeah.
enjoy
Yes.
TV shows for the love of film and TV.
Yeah, just let us you enjoy it, and then if we don't enjoy it, don't have a go at us because we don't enjoy it because it's
Right.
That's it. Yeah, it's like, oh, you don't like it because you it's just bad
Oh,
TV.
just didn't
bad
like it.
TV.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's like I said this. They remade the Burbs with Tom Hanks movie. That is not a very good movie. It's one of his poor like.
No.
I've never
comedy
even heard
ones.
of it.
Awful. That's a terrible movie.
Yeah, and they remade it and they switched through with like a teenaged, African American lady girl, and I'm like, why? Because it worked. Because it was the only reason that worked because it was set in the 80s, making it modern, and it's already been cancelled. It's literally it's just been out. And
Oh,
it's already cancelled
really?
Because
Oh,
everybody's
gosh.
like, one, it's
No
a bad
surprise.
movie, and you didn't. But again, how did somebody go pitch that idea? Let's make this really bad movie with Tom Hanks in it because people have heard of Tom Hanks, and then switcheroo it, and then you're like, why wouldn't you just get?
I'll be
somebody
honest,
an
I never even heard
idea?
of the
You might
Tom
have
Hanks
just-
one.
You might have just made a punt with some unknown like script writer and gone, let's do that. And like, yeah,
At
it's
least
just-
if you were like remaking Big
Yeah.
or something, like that was a movie that at least I know Big. I know Tom Hanks and Big. Like I know what the reference was.
Well, this was a series. They turned it into a series.
Oh, they made a series. Oh God, yeah. I've never heard
That's
of
how
the Burbs
bad
in
it is
my
because
life.
nobody's like, and it's out, and everybody's like, I didn't even know it was out. Like,
Yeah,
it's
didn't
like-
know it was out. I haven't heard of this
Yeah.
one or the original. That's a random, just a random IP to choose in general.
Yeah, exactly. It's one of those ones. But again, it's
Or like a
not
new
movie.
Turner and Hooch or something. Like if you wanted to go for Tom Hanks
They
comedy
did. They
stuff.
made it.
Did they? Oh God.
Yeah, they.
I guess
they've already-
they
They'll
beat
remake
they
anything.
beat to the remake well.
Good Lord.
Yeah, they've done that. It's cancelled. But there's like silly things they remake. Like I used to like the movies that why are you remaking it? They like White Men Can't Jump. Let's remake that.
Oh yeah,
'cause
that one
needs to be
looks
remade.
terrible. I
Yeah,
love
and
that
it's-
movie too. Wesley
I love
Snipes and
that
Woody
movie
Harrelson,
too.
I like that
Rosie
movie.
Perez. They're so good in that movie.
Don't
I was-
remake that film.
I love that movie.
But they have. They did.
They
got
did with
cancelled. Well,
that
it's
rapper
like
there.
flop, yeah. Disney,
Jack,
wasn't it?
what's his name? Jack something. Jack
I
Harlow.
can't remember.
Yeah, Jack Harlow.
But nobody watched
It
it. Nobody
looks.
cared.
I've seen a few
It's
clips
not
of it
right.
on like my YouTube Shorts. It looks very,
It is
very
bad,
bad.
yeah.
It doesn't
Oh,
look good.
But
It
I
doesn't
watched the
look
thing
good.
about them like reducing the height of the because they're both like 5'5" or something, aren't they? They're both short guys.
Oh,
Will
is that? Yeah, I
Harrelson
didn't
and
even.
Wesley Snipes.
Oh yeah,
they're
Wesley's
really
not
short.
very tall. I didn't.
No,
I've never
they're
noticed it
really
about Woody.
short,
but,
and they reduced the height of the things. But of course, they had to make sure everybody who got hired were their height, so they look like basketball players. And they
yeah,
like,
fair
'cause
enough.
You can't have like
Right, you
normal
couldn't-
height people like
right.
somebody's like 5'10".
Hey, they did well with it because I didn't know that honestly. I never like realized it watching it. So fair enough.
Yeah. No, sorry.
I love that movie. I gotta throw that on the rewatch agenda.
That's a good one. Yeah, add that.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's again a fun movie. It's
Mhm.
like just fun.
It is. It's got a lot of heart to it too. It's kind of sad with him and Rosie Perez's character and all that. You know, the way, you know, I don't want to spoil in case anybody hasn't seen it, but it's a good movie. It's got some heart to it, and it's got some humor, and it's just it's a good watch.
Yeah, that's probably Woody started to come out of the Cheers era, wasn't it? He started just going to Hollywood. It's like that one of the early ones.
I would think it would line up, right? Because that's got to be what, early to mid 90s for White Man Can't Jump.
Mm-hmm.
Go on, when did Cheers finish in Boston?
You know, believe it or not, I've never watched Cheers. I've seen like an episode or two.
Oh my gosh.
They just never. That was another one. That was a Nick at Night show. It was on.
That's why
that kind of
nobody's
in
gonna know
those.
your name.
Like I know enough to know Norm and some of the stuff. Like I've seen episodes here and there from TV on. Like I don't know if you guys have the station TV Land over there. I don't even know if we still have it here in America.
I don't know if we do, but that's a good. Yeah, that
it
was
used
a
to
good
be like.
I can guarantee. You know,
I
like
Dream
you
of
can
Jeannie.
talk,
All
you
those
can
shows
talk
are
into
on
your
there.
remote controls now and get it to like play anything you want. I bet you if you just went Cheers and it will come up.
Yeah, I'm sure it's
right now on some channel.
Yeah, I've just never got into it. I've seen a couple episodes on some of those channels that did the oldies, but I've never got into Cheers much. I don't know why.
I think it was one of those ones. It used to be always on our when we had 5 channels like that, and it used to be like on Channel 4 late at night. So like if you're up, you're like, what am I going to watch? Like something about politics on BBC Two or Cheers? You watch Cheers.
Watch Cheers.
That's it. Like as a 15-year-old, what am I going to watch?
Yeah, fair enough, right?
Yeah. It was either that, and then you always wait later on. It'd be Eurotrash, and you've probably never seen Eurotrash.
What is Eurotrash?
Oh my god! This is where the Brits. It used. I can't remember. There was 2 French guys. One was Jean-Paul Gaultier, and I can't remember the other guy's name. But all they did, and it was like a kind of like the movie we're gonna mash. All they would go around is like taking the mickey out of dirty European TV, where they would get, you know, how slutty is the Italians today, you know, Estonia or wherever it was. Just everybody, it would just be a show of like madness of like kind of, you know, like that Japanese like what do they call it, like, you know, they have like their
oh, I know what you're talking about. I do.
Like was it Ninja? You know, Ninja Warrior. You have Ninja Warrior.
MXC, Most Extreme Elimination Challenge.
Yeah. Kind of that. Then play it around as a very sleazy Frenchman with loads of women getting their boobs out for no apparent reason.
For no reason.
But just to talk it. And then they would have some weird sketches of just like talking to like weird Europeans about their bits. It just used to be really weird. But it always used to be like 11 o'clock. Like on Channel 4 every weekend, and it used to be like addictive because you'd be like, what is going on? And it'd just be like, yeah, Jean-Paul Gaultier and the other just being French and like that, just being like really pervy. What is going on? But that used to be a staple. Yeah, Eurotrash, just the crap in Europe.
Sounds like Eurotrash. Okay.
Oh, have a look. If you ever see an episode, just put it on. You know, because Jean-Paul Gaultier is massive like that. I think he's retired now.
You mean like the actual Jean-Paul Gaultier, like
Jean-Paul Gaultier? Yeah, the designer.
The designer.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
He's in it. Yeah, he's really young. Yeah, he's really young, and that's it. So he's flamboyant, him doing himself, and like that kind of thing. And it's very bizarre. Just put anybody's never things. Go to YouTube. There's got to be a clip of Eurotrash. But yeah, we're going that. So yeah, we managed to get 2 Brit things in there: Banana Man and Eurotrash. 2 things recommendations.
Teaching us something new.
That's right.
Oh, that's it. Taniki's Castle. That's it. What is bizarre? You ever seen it?
Oh, I've heard of it.
We've had things like that. We used to have MXC before we had like Ninja Warrior and Wipeout and those.
Well, and what was the kids one on the Game Show Network? You know, with the temple.
Legends of the Hidden Temple.
Love Legends.
That was one of the greatest ones. I love that show. I always wanted to be on that show.
The only way I can say to Castle, imagine Battle Royale, but everybody had foam hands and just smack like. But they put like sumo wrestlers, like them big like in the take the mickey out.
Well, and we had
It's really dangerous. You watch it, you're like, how like they've upped like Ninja Warrior to make it like nobody will win this. We will hurt you, and then they just all go for it, and it's literally the funniest thing you can ever watch. It's like
Jay, do you remember the kids one like that, like with the Agra Crag?
Yeah, Guts. Nickelodeon Guts. Mm-hmm.
Guts. Okay, I don't remember what it was called, but yeah, I remember like
the Aggro Crag. Yep.
Climbing the Agra Crag. Yeah.
It was like the kids' version of American Gladiators.
Yeah,
kind of.
yeah, it was great.
Yep, I grew up watching those. I love those shows.
Sandy might remember that. It's a knockout.
Double Dare.
Is that what is
when
it?
all the royals got together?
Oh, I did see
And
that.
you had all
like,
the
as
royals
part
doing
of a-
like kind
as
of
part
that kind
a
of thing, but
documentary. I like your darts, dude. I like your darts on television. We don't
darts in
have
the
that
80s
here.
look great. With them always
When
had
they're all
like a big
drinking,
beer, fat,
and
drinking, and then like yeah.
And by the end, they're all sloppy drunk. It's
Oh.
amazing. And
That's
now,
why like snooker used to be like that. They just sit there like and he's going to pop the ball, and while someone's got a cigar or a cigarette, and then like drinking 5 pints at the same time whilst playing snooker. But darts, yeah, it's one of those sports. It goes mad. People
it
go
was
mad for it.
so great.
But they're
Wish
clever.
we had that. Yeah.
Clever because they hold it at Ali Pali, the big one.
Mm-hmm.
And they just get everybody drunk, so they just get the crowd really, really drunk. Like my mate went there, they go like pictures are cheap, all the things. So they just go like do like fancy dress time. So if you come in fancy dress, you get free drinks. So just get the crowd up by getting them absolutely plastered, then start filming it. It's like great, and then you got the darts players. 180 kind of like crap. But yeah,
I love watching, and you get sucked into like the characters and
the guy
Phil
just
the
won
Power Taylor, and
he,
that's the only name I remember. Phil the Power Taylor.
I think he's turned 18 or 19 now. He won £7 million this season, but he's for sponsorship deals. He earned £24 million. Pounds.
Oh my gosh!
For at 18 or 19.
Wow,
that's unreal.
Like, what little or something his name is.
I don't know.
Yeah, anything like that. But yeah, they do the circuits, and even like that, they they just they're like it's tons of money. Like it's massive over like in Japan, Europe, and all that. They do the circuit. It's like ridiculous. Like wow, like just playing. Yeah, if you're any good at darts, give it a go. Get down your local pub. So, yeah.
No skills, but it is fun to watch. And then
It is skill. There is skill.
No skills on my end. Nope.
Oh no.
I mean, for me, no. I'll just watch. But
No.
the this trip to London, when I was just there 2 months ago, it was snooker on TV. I think it was the first time I had actually sat down and tried to understand snooker. I don't understand it, but it was fun to watch. It was fun to watch.
Yes, it's not. I don't. Snooker used to be good, like in the
When they could drink,
like early 90s, when you had some like characters, but now it's not. But Jay, what you do? What we're talking about sport? What are you doing tomorrow?
Well, I have quite the day planned tomorrow, which is really not that much, other than just watching the Super Bowl. But I'm super excited about it. It's been a while since we've been in this game, and I really wasn't expecting to be in it. So I'm already kind of thrilled, and it's kind of a little bit of house money. Whatever happens at this point. But hopefully the New England Patriots come out on top.
Sandy, who are you supporting?
I'm not rooting for or against either team. I don't.
It's
have
okay.
A dog.
You don't have to say the Patriots just because
I don't
Sandy.
have a
I know
dog
everybody
in
else
this
hates
fight.
us.
I can't root for. I'm sorry, Jay.
It's fine. I get it.
But I don't have any affinity to the Seahawks either. So I will be watching the game. I'll be, making some nachos and making some food and having, just having a fun day watching the commercials. And hopefully it's a good game. Like that's all you can hope for, is that it's a really good game. So yeah,
for sure. Especially for the people who don't, have a team.
Ones are expected to drop. Do we actually know?
No, I liked your guess earlier. Probably something from Doomsday. Yeah, you would think. Maybe like the first teaser trailer.
I'm trying to think what else is.
Oh, maybe I'll do a video on it. We'll see. I don't know. I don't even want to do a video on it, to be honest.
Stuff?
Outside of Supergirl, which I don't think we really need to see any more of, and I'm not even trying to be rude. I just think in terms of trailers, we've seen,
won't it?
right? We've seen the trailer, we've seen the look, we've seen Lobo, so I don't think we need to see much more, but we probably will before the days comes for it.
Is there Dune, one out, Dune 3? Children of Dune,
It would be a surprise in terms of like a surprise drop. I haven't heard any rumors of. I don't even know where they are in the filming of it, to be honest with you.
Packers, go. Green Bay.
Yeah, you have to wait till next year.
Kind of done with them. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, I can't even think what trailers it would be. I'm trying to think of something big coming out, but at least like even if it's not in the realm of superheroes, like I remember a couple of years ago when the Wicked trailer, dropped at the Super Bowl, and I'm just trying to think of like a big IP that's being turned into a
series.
movie.
What could it be? A series? Narnia, maybe.
Maybe we just got the maybe a Harry Potter one for the series there, but I doubt it, honestly.
Aslan can only be a lion because he's a lion. It's gonna mean. I'm trying to think what other like series could be out there. But yeah, there's not.
I can't think of anything major off the top of my head.
It's so far. It's a poor release year, isn't it? It's like they're catching up with stuff they had to do. It's like, I can't
I think this is kind of possibly some of the residual effects of the strike too, because I heard that we'd feel that for a couple of years in terms of getting movies released.
They might be doing it again, mightn't they? Yay!
Oh, is that the case? No.
Yeah, they were like moaning about something. I was like, oh, go away.
I have no idea. I can't think of anything major. I really can't.
I can't think what I was like. Ooh, that could happen, and then
They just released the He-Man trailer a couple weeks ago, so it wouldn't be that. But I don't think He-Man's quite Super Bowl level.
That's already been though, isn't it?
I was going to say that's already out anyways, and I don't think that would have been a a Super Bowl level IP.
Oh, you got Wuthering Heights? No, that's next week, isn't it?
That's out though.
No, it's the 13th that gets released. So maybe they're pumping that because that's got no traction, hasn't it? But would they? Is that going to be a thing?
I don't know.
I hope not. I mean, just hope not.
I think the big one you'll see that everybody talks about will likely be something from Doomsday, a teaser trailer.
You would expect them to just release that, like, because isn't it? They've shown nearly enough every character except for Doctor Doom.
God, to be honest, like I've seen some of those, like, oh, this trailer, and I haven't even watched them. I'm just so disinterested at this point. I just don't care. So I don't even know what characters. I've seen a Thor one. I believe I've seen a Captain America one.
Yeah, they weren't great, were they?
That's it. They were kind of lame. So like, I didn't really seek out the rest of whatever they've been dropping if they have.
Just seeing what's being remade. That's what you need to look at.
I mean, honestly, or what's being adapted. What is like a big Broadway play or something that I don't know.
They've got. They won't drop it. I don't mind that. Was it The Bride? Is it The Bride with Christian Bale?
It looks interesting. It looks interesting.
Like, they're just playing a bit of Frankenstein. And that's it. We got He-Man. Let's have a look. Let's see what else is coming out this year.
Yeah, I haven't even taken
a lot of it is like it's not gonna be. You wouldn't expect some of these. Oh, Mario maybe.
Oh yeah,
they've done a few teasers and a few extra trailers already, so maybe something for that, or maybe just they might just buy a spot for kind of combining some of the things they've already showed us into one big trailer.
I'll bet we see Mario. I do.
Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me. I'm excited
Sandy,
for that.
your one. What's it called? Maybe.
Project Hail Mary. Yeah, we'll definitely see that.
There was just something like a viral ad of like Ryan Gosling throwing a football that said Project Hail Mary. So I bet you see something at the Super Bowl.
Scream 7.
Yeah,
could be.
I'm not a Scream fan. Possibly.
I could do. I'm just saying what it could be. Not great. Oh, Michael Jackson movie. Might be one because he did a halftime show for.
Might be. Yeah, could see it. They're doing a biopic for him.
Yeah, that's his nephew's playing him.
They
waited until he was of age. I actually saw the teaser trailer. I was like, you know what? I actually didn't mind it. I was like, that's actually
I thought it looked
interesting. Yeah.
I think the nephew obviously looks a lot like him, and the voice was like, oh my god, that sounds just like him.
Really? Oh, see, I've seen nothing about this.
Oh yeah, I recommend checking out the teaser trailer, Sandy.
I think it's just called Michael.
Cool. Cool.
Just called Michael.
Something like that, or maybe Jax. I can't remember. Something. Michael.
Yeah.
Michael would make more sense because that was the more recognized way to call him.
Was it? Be getting another.
Tie it back into Eddie Murphy. They were both good friends.
Yep.
Just have a look. There's nothing really like.
At least I think
there's
were.
nothing except for. Spaceballs 2.
Oh,
maybe.
Jesus.
Oh God,
Can
they're
imagine
doing
that?
that?
Can we not?
Huh?
Ugh.
That could
That's-
be one. I'm just thinking what they could release. They could do a Highlander.
Yeah, I did see. They
Would
did.
that
I
be
actually meant to
They
say it to you guys in
could.
Discord. They did show Henry Cavill as
The two ones there. I didn't mind that. It didn't look bad.
Mm-hmm.
Like just the two pictures, wasn't it? I'm just looking. Absolutely, except for that, it's kind of. I'm like, you have to think like, is it big enough to be shown on the Super Bowl or would Odyssey?
Well, that's
maybe.
right. That's yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Could see a spot, but
Could
again, but
be.
even that, it's like, what are you going to show us new? Like, I don't care for seeing just more of a. Like, I think I've seen enough already from the Odyssey. I'm at the point where like now I can just wait for the movie. So what are you going to show us?
Pretty
that's
soon
new?
you're showing me the whole movie. Yeah.
Maybe Street Fighter, because they've only done like a really brief teaser trailer at the Game
just the
Awards.
introduction of the who was playing
Right.
what part, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
It'd be interesting, but like, yeah, I think it's literally I say you don't really need to see the Super Bowl to see that because as soon as it drops everywhere else. It
Right.
wasn't like you had to watch the Super Bowl to kind of like that when they used to do like the Star Wars trailers like in the 90s, like into the 2000s. It had you got your Super Bowl version, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
And that was it. And then everybody else had like a different version that you got into the theater. But yeah, it's now. I don't get why they just don't know. If you don't watch the halftime show, you get a different YouTube version. I don't know, but maybe because people just record it on their screen and then straight put it on YouTube themselves or whatever streaming service.
Most likely they would.
There you go. So go on then, Jake. Prediction for the score tomorrow, as it's all about.
So for me, I've got it at 28-20 Patriots win. That's my guess.
There we go.
I think it's going to be a hard game, a tough fought one. Seattle is a very good team. We are obviously the underdogs, but I think we've been made to be the underdogs way more drastically than reality is going to show. I think a lot of people who, one, don't like the Patriots because of the rain we've already had, haven't really been paying attention to watching their games and have just been complaining that their schedule was too easy. But a lot of teams, every team, every year has the easiest schedule in the league. And not many teams have ever been able to do what the Patriots have done, which is go from a 4-win team to an appearance in the Super Bowl. So you can call it schedule and you can call it luck as much as you want, but that's not a common thing. And I don't think a lot of these people are really watching Patriots games like us Patriots fans have. They're a good team. I'm not saying it's a guaranteed win. It's just my guess and maybe even just my hope because Seattle is also a very, very good team and they're definitely the favorite for a reason. But I just think the whole Pats are the underdog thing is a little bit overblown in terms of what the team's actually capable of. So we'll see. I'm hoping we can kind of pull off the upset and get that victory. 28-20. That's my guess.
There you go. Daryl's got a question. Who's doing the halftime show? Anybody know?
Bad Bunny.
Bad Bunny.
Which some people have been upset about. Some people are super happy about. Personally, I don't care. I don't watch the halftime show.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah, I'm not.
It's
I'm
better
a little
that you don't know who it is.
I'm a little familiar with him because he's been involved with the WWE before, so that's kind of where I knew him from. He is, in fairness to him in his
is that
career.
the one you said he done the opening, like the music down like most of the time?
No, that's a different group that does some of their entrance music. He's his own musician. He's just like he's super famous, like worldwide. He is incredibly famous, one of the most streamed artists in the world. So I don't mean to try to undermine his career by saying I don't personally know him. But I didn't really know him until he started getting involved with the WWE. Apparently, he's super big worldwide. A lot of people love his music. I don't personally know it. But also, in general, I'm not a halftime show watcher. I don't find TV concerts on TV to be entertaining for whatever reason. I just don't. And I'm a huge music fan. I love concerts. I just don't like sitting and watching them on TV. And just like, I don't know, it just doesn't work for me. So even dating back to like I'm a fan of Kendrick Lamar. I didn't really care. Not that I didn't care for his performance. I didn't watch it last year. I kind of got up. I did a few things around the house, went to the bathroom, made some food, and then I came back to watch the game. So even if it's an artist that I know well and I'm a big fan of, I just don't watch halftime shows. They're not for me. I don't care for the whole spectacle. I kind of just want the game to continue a little bit quicker. I wish it was 15 minutes instead of a half hour or whatever it is, because I just want the team back on the field. The only one that I can genuinely say I really enjoyed was probably back, and unfortunately it was the most heartbreaking Super Bowl of my life. The year the Patriots almost went undefeated. Tom Petty played the halftime show, and I really enjoyed that one. That was a good one.
That happened to be a Super Bowl that I believe the Baltimore Ravens won.
No, that was so the Ravens would win, I believe, the year after.
That was after.
That was our 07 one when the Pats played the Giants and they beat us horrible in the most horrible fashion of the craziest catch and ruined what would have been the undefeated season. So we went 18-1 instead of 19-0. And unless I have it, I could have it wrong.
I think you're right. I
Maybe.
think we were the next year.
Because that's when Joe Flacco had the craziest playoff run of all time.
I know Joe Flacco, who
was unbelievable.
None of us liked, and he wasn't our,
And then he just turned it on, and my word, did he will you guys to a Super Bowl?
Two Super Bowls with quarterbacks we don't like, Trent Dilfer and Joe Flacco.
Sometimes it goes but in grand scheme of things, you'll always take those Super Bowls. Who cares who the quarterback was?
For a team that's only 20 years old to have won 2 Super Bowls, and at that point, I think we were only 12 years old to have won 2.
Look at the poor Browns. They haven't won
I know.
anything.
God bless. Well, technically, we are the Brown. We are the Browns franchise.
Yeah, when you look at it that way.
But you can't Tom Petty. Prince singing Purple Rain in the Rain.
Prince was a good one too.
Oh my
but
God.
That one I wasn't able to appreciate until later in life because as a kid I wasn't too familiar with Prince's music. So later in life I was able to go back and watch it and realize wow, that was a hell of a halftime show.
Tom Petty had a very understated light show. It was just it was an arrow, it was a bow and arrow, and the arrow kind of went around the stadium and then it kind of pierced the heartbreaker, Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, and then they came out to, of course, American Girl. Oh my God. I just was like,
I just love Tom Petty so much.
Oh, I missed him
He's
so
one of my all-time favorites.
much.
So that one did stand out as one that I watched and really enjoyed. But again, like I said, there's been many artists that I'm a big fan of that I just don't care for TV concerts. I don't know. Just doesn't do it for me. And it kind of annoys me that it's in the middle of okay, so this is going to sound like spoiled. This is going to sound like a spoiled fan. And I really don't mean it to sound this way. But with the Patriots having been in so many Super Bowls in my life, I think this is technically, I think this is 11 since I've been alive. The first one was in the 90s, so I was too little. So when you're in the game and your team's in it, you really just want to get back to the game. So I always find them as such an annoying thing. Okay, can we just get back to the game? I want to see the Patriots play. I want to see them win this Super Bowl. So when you've been I think the more casual watcher who doesn't have a dog in the fight is oh, cool. This is a great little halftime intermission thing. For me, it's always just been one of those things where it's can we just get on? And I'll be honest, if the Patriots aren't even in the Super Bowl, I don't watch the game end to end. I watch it, but I don't go end to end with it because I'm just I can also be a bitter fan, and I can be bitter that my Patriots aren't in the Super Bowl and be oh, I'm not watching it this year. But I am a football fan at heart, so I will always watch a portion of it. Last year's, I watched up until I realized it was a blowout, and then I was all right, I could go do something else, and then let the Eagles win and get their celebration. But so for me, halftime show is just generally something I skip, no matter who does the performance.
I like it if there's a really kind of a story all season that's going to culminate in the Super Bowl, and not just because it was the Ravens, but the Har Bowl was awesome. John,
that was a fun. Yeah, that was a fun one.
Two brothers going against each other in the Super Bowl. Who would have thought?
A fun one.
And the lights went out. That was the one. The lights.
Yeah, that was
the
wild.
lights went out in the middle of that was wild too. But I like if there's kind of a story you've been following all season, and this one there's kind of not. But yeah,
and I think that's honestly fair, especially even the Seahawks. They were a team that kind of came out of nowhere this year. I don't think anybody expected a Sam Darnold-led Seahawks to be in the Super Bowl, but they've been a great team and they've earned their spot there too. So I just think it's not I don't think the narratives and the storylines that can be there are kind of there for the marketing purposes. The best thing you have is it's Pats versus Seahawks round 2 because we played them back in 2014 and won. And I don't think that if you're outside of the two fan bases, you care that much about that storyline. So, it's probably not the matchup I think the NFL wanted, to be honest with you. But, it's the one you got. In a year when unfortunately, Pat Mahomes, and the Chiefs just aren't really relevant at all. Lamar Jackson and the Ravens
Oh,
obviously
God,
had a really rough
imploding as
year.
always. Yeah.
Right. Josh Allen and the Bills, if you're just talking strictly AFC, Josh Allen and the Bills didn't make it there. So from an NFL standpoint, it's like, well, crap, those are three of our prized quarterbacks in terms of how we build up the narratives and all that. So kind of whatever happens at this point happens. And you got Pats and Seahawks round 2. So, I mean, I'm sure the people in Seattle are as happy as I am. So at least 2 fan bases are happy about it. And then we'll see who's happy by the end of the day tomorrow. I'm not sure.
Be fun.
Well, I'll be watching sport tomorrow. I'm going to watch the curling, followed by some of the 2020 cricket. So there you go.
There you go.
Yeah, we got Olympic sports to watch.
Yeah.
That's right. We've got.
Oh yeah, that started yesterday, right?
What
does it start today?
Tuesday,
Do we have...
but then the opening
officially,
ceremony.
yeah, they have some prelim stuff. But
okay.
Yeah.
Outside of my office, there's usually an ice rink in the little town center where my office is, and they've actually added a curling, whatever you call it. And I walked past it the other day. Had an urge, didn't do it, but they've got you can try curling
with Sandy. That's a stream. Come on.
I have to call my boss. Excuse me. Yeah, Sandy is flat out and her back's gone out. Her shoulder's just been dislocated again. Can you come get her off the ice? Yeah, that's what would have happened. So had the urge though.
It's addictive, that game. I don't know why I was like that. Got my kid onto it. He's watching it. He's like,
because it's different.
We're winning. It's like, yes.
I love the Olympics because you get to see sports we don't see or play every day. Like in the summer, archery. I love watching archery. And, those kinds of, the shooting and actually in the winter, I like the biathlon. I like the curling. Yeah. So, love to see sports. Even badminton. I can't believe I say this, but last Summer Olympics, I was addicted to the badminton. It was
I do love to play badminton.
It was so fast. It was crazy.
It's a fun game.
Yeah.
Did you see Lindsey Vonn with the world's fastest recovery from a torn ACL was skiing down the slopes, I think just yesterday?
No, I didn't. I mean,
yeah, so she tore her ACL, I want to say a couple weeks ago, and somehow is back on the skis. And I don't know if she was just getting a practice run in or something yesterday, but God bless her. That is
that's amazing.
A hell of an athlete. Yeah. I mean, my word.
That's now, AWOL, a lot of painkillers and some good strapping.
You just do the surgery. Tighten that knee up and deal with the pain and figure it out after.
AWOL, that's a good film. I
love Cool Runnings. John Candy. I love Cool Runnings.
So I'll tell you, when our little you pick your whatever. When sports film comes up, because my 3 favorite sports films have already been chosen.
Fine.
It's going to be Cool Runnings. I'm giving you the preview now because my sports, Rocky's already been done. A League of Their Own's been already done. 8 Men Out, that's not a fun sports film, but it's a sports film. So my 4th would be Cool. My choice as of right now would be Cool Runnings. So, yeah.
I do love that one. I love Cool Runnings.
It's a good, fun film.
And based on a true story ish.
Loosely,
yeah.
I've never gone to look up what the actual truth. I should go see how it differs from reality. I've never looked it up.
What happened on the track, as well,
the whole what you call it, falling out and carrying it.
Everything else is not. Yeah, it's like a bit made up to fit John Candy in it.
Yep.
Well, it was worth it because John Candy's awesome in that movie. I like John Candy in anything.
I miss John Candy. Yeah.
Oh, I love
that was another documentary that came out recently. That was really
great
good.
Documentary.
Get you in the feels a little bit.
It's good. But it was just all like it. What I say, it's not a documentary as such. It's a salute to him. That's what that documentary was. Just a salute to him.
What's sad about it now is. Catherine O'Hara is in it and talking
about SCTV troop.
She talks about her and the other actors, Eugene Levy. They all talk about their time in that that show, the program, and how John was kind of shy at first and kind of really took a little bit to get into his groove there. It's a really good documentary. I highly recommend it, but it's just a little eerie now with the idea of now Catherine O'Hara has passed away as well.
But. Well, guys, we've got a 2-week break then. So, except for Jay recovering from hopefully a Super Bowl win, and Sandy,
Fingers crossed.
I'm rooting for you,
the
Jay.
Ravens.
I'm rooting
I'll
for
take that.
you.
That's good enough. I'll take it. You don't have to root for the evil empire. I won't make
That's
you.
it. That's it. So yeah, Sandy, you've still got. I don't know. Have you got baseball next in the summer? Comedy.
Oh, we've got. Well, I mean, no, I mean we're thick in the hockey right now,
Yeah.
Mister. And
Yeah, you're not anywhere near, are you? Are you near?
Are we near?
Our one
In
keeps
the
in,
middle.
our division keeps yo-yoing. So
Yeah,
we don't know what's going.
we just
The
won.
beauty-
So I was there Monday. We beat the Islanders, so we moved up 2. We moved up
okay.
2.
Take it.
Yeah.
That's it.
The
But
beauty
they've
of
got a
hockey
break
is
now.
if you
They've
make the
got-
dance, you have a chance.
Yeah, you got 2-week break now, isn't it? So of that. So yeah.
Yep, Olympic break right now,
Olympics.
and then
They
we're
had
in
the
the
women's
thick of
hockey on today. I was watching
NCAA
Germany,
basketball. Yep, we got college basketball, we got Terps basketball revving up, and then I'm sure we're gonna hear start counting down to opening day here in about I don't know, but
Yeah,
30 some days.
Do you guys do like we call it truck day here? Do you guys do that at all? Is that a thing? I've
No,
always
what's
thought it was
truck
just a
day?
Red Sox thing.
What's truck
So
day?
for Red Sox, truck day is the day that the trucks come to Fenway and they load up all the equipment and head down to Florida
Oh.
for spring training. So that was last week for us. I'll be honest, it used to be a much, much bigger thing back in the day.
Okay.
Especially coming off like the 04 Red Sox reverse the curse win. It became like a big thing. And I think it's kind of died out where like now you just see people tweet that it's truck day versus like you would have fans all around Fenway on that day cheering and all that.
Oh, that's cool. We just have pitchers and catchers report. It would
Yeah,
be like
and that's what
day
it essentially leads to
catchers
is then
report,
then
it's a
that.
big. There's no trucks. There's
Right.
nothing moving. No, in Baltimore, I know you're too young to remember this or even been born, but when trucks show up outside any sports facilities,
Oh,
we
yeah,
freak
fair
out,
enough.
right? We get a little
Yeah.
worried when the
old
moving
overnight
vans
moving.
show up in front of a sports facility as they
Yeah.
did in Owings Mills, Maryland in I think it was 84, right? Was that when it was?
That sounds right.
Yep.
We're moving.
Yeah.
We woke up the
I
next
find that
morning and
mad,
didn't
how you
have
can
a
just go
team.
sod it.
Yeah,
Like,
just
we're
overnight.
getting rid of the club.
Well, it's one thing to do it in general, just to move like that sucks. To do it overnight in the middle of the dock while no one's looking is crazy.
When the owner said
crazy.
2 days prior, the mayor cornered the owner on live television. Mayor William Donald Schaefer cornered Robert Ursay and said, "Mr. Ursay, answer my question. Are you moving to Phoenix?" And Ursay said, "Mr. Mayor, I can tell you uncategorically we're not moving to Phoenix because we're moving to Indianapolis." I mean, Willie, you should have asked the right question.
Oh, yeah,
but all
You got to blame the
indications-
mayor for that one.
Yeah,
all
I'm not
indications
lying.
was
when he
were
heard
we
that,
moving.
Ursay must have been like, "Phew, I get to Lima."
I
This,
know.
no
What a
problem.
Yeah, but
Well,
would
what
you,
a
as,
squeeze.
as you guys, would you ever accept holding your clubs and having like if all the clubs that had been moved or whatever are still around but have a relegation system? Would you agree to that and have a promotion system?
Because it's not why they moved, though. So the why they
No,
moved
but I'm
is,
just saying if they
is all about
you
owners.
can't, our clubs are here, you can't take them away from us. And then
Yeah.
you could have like I don't know what you call it, like AAA clubs get promoted and like that. Like it's co-op
Yeah,
football.
no, it's because
Would
we're not
that work?
regional
Would that
like
work?
you.
We would
No.
have to. We'd have to introduce a whole new system because all of
Yeah.
our essentially like. In a lot of the sports, everything lower than professional is just used as development and farm
Yeah.
systems versus like trying to get
That
those
team could not move up.
teams
Yeah.
up to something, right?
Yeah.
So like the players are never good enough team wide for that. It's really only meant for the players who are never going to make it to the MLB or the NFL. Like, well, not so much NFL because that's just college football, but
That's college,
basketball's got a developmental league. MLB does, and it's really just about kind of, especially more so in the MLB because even basketball is not many developmental players end up being big impacts in the
How many
NBA. But it's just to
NFL
train
teams-
players who are going to make it there.
How many NFL teams, if you go by NFL, how many teams do not exist now because they've been taken away?
Well, I mean, they still exist. They typically
exist,
just
they
get moved.
I mean,
Go
like
elsewhere.
from the original city. then.
So you'd have
Los
the
Angeles.
Colts. The Raiders have moved a few times.
Over and over again.
They were Los Angeles Raiders, then Oakland, now Vegas.
St. Louis.
The Rams moved from St. Louis to LA. The Chargers
So
moved
St.
from
Louis
San
doesn't have a
Diego
team
to
anymore.
LA. St. Louis doesn't have a team.
They don't have a team.
The
Football.
Rams franchise and branding has just moved to become the Los Angeles Rams.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's what I'm saying. But you could have those cities. So you could have like, I don't know, some more major cities.
You would have to essentially like introduce a whole expansion league to be under the NFL to have teams that could jockey for those lower spots. Right. So
but then you could
essentially
have, like,
everything
I
lower.
I guess, and then you could introduce Canadian teams, couldn't you?
But also, see, our teams are not
I
tied.
guess it would be a way to go about it. Sure. If you
Our
would be
teams
like
are no longer tied to a location in reality. They're tied to an owner. That owner can be anywhere, right? The city, except for the Green Bay Packers, right? Green Bay owns the Packers, and the people of Green Bay own the Packers. Every other team is owned by a group of owners who could very well just move the team. It's not related to the place. Now, different cities give different deals for stadium rights. So in Baltimore is one of the few cities where our stadiums are not commercially owned. So Raven Stadium is Raven Stadium. Camden Yards is Camden Yards. It will never be Target Camden Yards or Radio Shack Raven Stadium. That's the deal that Baltimore made to try to keep the team, like to hold on to our team.
Right. Pull out all the stops, make sure this one stays.
That's
how many teams are in the NFL right now?
32.
32. And there's how many states? So there you go. You can work it out straight there. And
and some teams are doubled up. Right.
States.
New York, Los Angeles, Texas. Texas has 2. Florida's got a few.
Maryland has 2 technically because the Commanders play in Maryland.
Yeah, right. Fair enough.
Yeah.
So
then you don't have like Alaska. You don't have Hawaii teams.
No. Well, the thing about even being able to move is the league still has to approve of the move as well. Like an owner can't just say, "I want to move here."
But if they
for the sake
you've
of
got
it.
25 and 25, or to be over 26, and then just got teams that are doubling up. You could easily.
You just want teams across the map.
Well, that's
distributed.
You could do it. You could easily.
You just want a map.
Well, even in a lot of the cases, like for example, where New York has 2 teams, one's in the NFC, one's in the AFC, so they're the same state, different conferences. You've got a New York team that comes from the Giants are the NFC, and the New York Jets are the AFC. So even if you're in the same state, you could still be in 2 completely different conferences in terms of how the playoff bracket would play out. Same for LA. The LA Chargers are in the AFC, and
you see
Rams
like
NFC.
You add, it was 20 whatever, and then you add and add and add. There's got to be a time when we can't add any more teams because it would get too schedule-wise. It would get a bit messy. Like NHL,
we haven't had an
expansion
expansion
like
team.
that a bit too much now. Where it's getting a bit. Where are you going to add this next team? It's like they just what are they called? Utah, didn't they? Utah Mammoths, isn't it? They added, and it's like, I
was going to say it tends to be NHL who's been the most into the expansion teams lately, with the Vegas Golden Knights, the Seattle Kraken. So they're kind of a little bit more at a stage where I think they have more room to grow in that regard. NBA hasn't had an expansion team since the Charlotte Bobcats, who are now the Charlotte Hornets again. Which would have been around 2008
the Paris
or something.
team. That'd be weird.
Oh, is that? I hadn't even heard that.
That is a massive. Always been like that to actually have an NBA team in Paris.
Interesting.
That'd be bizarre.
God, the logistics in that would just be awful.
Mad. But they've got the Qatari money, haven't they, or Saudi Arabian money there, haven't they, because of the Paris Saint-Germain. So they've been pushing for it. And the money talks sometimes.
I was just going to say, money does talk, so we'll see.
Yeah, the only time I know it hasn't
that'd be a
talked is
nightmare.
when, was it, who was going to get it? Like it was like a La Liga game, wasn't it? Sevilla versus, I think it was Barcelona coming over to your shore. I think it might be into Miami. And it got such backlash, the league had to go, nope, we're not doing it.
Oh, no
literally,
kidding.
we're not taking the money. They had to cancel it because it was such a bad backlash. It's like that. All the fans were like, if you do it, we're boycotting for the season.
No kidding.
We're boycotting. And I was like, wow, that's like, money. That money will hurt you if they go, no, we're not going to buy tickets. So, yeah.
They've been trying to get a team out in London for the NFL for years. I don't know if they ever.
Jaguars.
Yeah, well, it's
always
probably going to be them. That's the rumor because I think their owner's interested in doing it to some degree. You just hear rumors of it at least, and they tend to always be having games over in London when we do send a couple teams out there every year.
Well, when there
or
was
every other year. So
the event at the UK embassy here in Washington D.C., a few years ago, their great big open house event was sponsored by the Jacksonville Jaguars. It's like they're
Oh, no
everywhere.
kidding.
Yeah.
But you're not going to, I say, it's going to just be an event. It's not going to be real fans if they do it in
Yeah,
London.
I think it's a bad move. I think just if you want to continue to do the event of having games over there, so you can try to spread the game and grow the game and all that, that's fine.
Yeah.
I wouldn't blame anybody in London for not caring or not even wanting a football team because it's not a sport that they generally care for.
Yeah.
Like
They
it'd
tried
be like trying to
90s
give the
with-
US an EPL team. It wouldn't make sense. It wouldn't have a grassroots fan base. It would be very fake, very plastic, and it wouldn't have, and it would be an event until people got bored with it, and then you'd have an empty stadium for most of the games. Like
They tried.
it wouldn't
they
make
tried
sense
American
to do that.
football over here. We had like the London Monarchs, and we had like Scottish, like Edinburgh or something, or whatever.
Oh,
And
the
they
World
had them all
League.
over.
Oh, I don't even
Yeah.
remember that.
The World League
Yeah.
of Football. We had the
And it-
the Baltimore. We had a team. A
it
star,
was
not the
crap.
Stars. Yeah, the London Monarchs.
Because
the-
it was literally all the rejects, played like so. The sport was
It
slow.
was.
Nobody
Well, and
cared.
that's a tough
And
thing
it was
about
just
trying to like
attacking.
introduce a league underneath, say, the NFL for regulation purchase. Jeez, can't speak.
But it's also
For relegation
also the worst thing is
purposes.
you have the way you do sports, big, fancy, blah. The British don't do it. The Europeans don't do it that way. We don't have that kind of thing. So, like having like cheerleaders and all that, like running around, everybody was like, "What's going on? This is a bit weird. I'm here for watch sports. Why am I, having a half, like, you're having a sing along and all that? You got like girls dancing around. What's that about? This isn't sport." So everybody was just like,
girls and
It's a
men
bit
now
odd, a bit
dancing
odd.
around. Just letting
Yeah.
you know, there are male
No,
cheerleaders.
and it's the whole.
If Jay
I'll be
wants to do
honest,
it,
the whole-
he's a boogie master. We
This is
allow
true.
that
I
to
can
happen.
dance. But it gets to a point where even for me, like I'm also like I don't need just the fireworks and the welcome to the Super Bowl, like the whole thing at the beginning. Like just flip the coin, let me know who's getting the ball, and get the game started. I don't need the whole production of the analysts on the field and their TV booths talking about the game beforehand. Like, just get me to the game. I don't need all the introducing the former 2004 championship Patriots team to come out and do like I don't need all the stuff around the game. Just give me the game. I do wish they'd streamline it a bit more here, but it's all about the endorsements and the celebrities and the this and the that. So you get what you get.
Yeah. But anyway, so we know what Jay is doing, Sandy, for the next 2 weeks. What are you doing then?
For the next 2 weeks, I'll be working like a maniac. Our big busy season is still
got
continuing,
busy.
so got about 2 more weeks, and then I can take a breath, and hopefully I can thaw, just thaw out. Hopefully the weather will participate.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah, for me, I've started watching Next Gen again. That was a bad thing, just like that. So, I need to
Nice.
get back on. I'm so busy in real life work. Unfortunately, I've not done anything except film club. So maybe I can do something. But I've been going down a rabbit hole of history, Sandy, haven't I?
I know you
started
have.
writing-
It's really exciting.
So I started writing again. So I'm doing an outline of it. I'm got an outline, keep on changing things. But yeah, it's gone down a 1861 to 1885 rabbit hole. Like
A lot going on in the
Around-
United States during those years. In fact,
Yeah.
I meant to even say, like, when we were talking about different states, well, through that period, a whole host of states are added. It's no longer this territory anymore. Now this is a state and that's a state.
Yeah,
And
it's-
the map is changing frequently.
The change from the Indian Territory to modern day Oklahoma was quite.
Mhm.
It's like, oh my god, my brain. That's it. And then trying to look at Missouri and Kansas.
And the
that's
fact that
area.
they're not the native tribes from that area. They're actually
Yeah.
the native tribes from the East Coast that went over there. So it's like, it is really.
Well, yeah. Then I'm not going to go into the was it 1,000 something tears? What's it called?
The
Sandy,
Trail of
go on.
Tears.
Trail of Tears. It's 1,000. It was just called Trail of Tears.
I just know it as the Trail of Tears.
Oh, Trail of Tears. Okay. Yeah. I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole. That would my
Gerald, because even I would slide. Okay. I'm not getting any spiky things on my shoes. It won't help. It definitely won't help on this ice. I mean, the things won't even go into the ice. So I just need to like sled everywhere. That's what I'm going to do, Daryl. I'm going to sled.
But yeah, so we're going to do that. So I might do some of that whilst we got time off then. I've got some time off for this. But yeah, we're going to back with Dirty Harry first and then MASH. That's it. So maybe another 70s. Well, maybe one day Daryl will one day get
Hang in there, Daryl.
A Western. But everybody, thank you all for coming in. I'm guessing I have to say go Patriots as just for Jay.
We'll say go Patriots just for Jay.
Absolutely. Go Pats.
Yeah. But for then, everybody take care. Have a great one. And we'll see you in a couple of weeks for Film Club. But I'll be around. All right. Bye.